But I don't be
I
wanting to
did.
put.
We
I
we
don't be
live
wanting to
right now.
have. I don't be wanting to have a million videos on my page that's not about music or about what's the name. Like I can go live, but I'm probably not gonna keep every video up there.
You know, I feel you. We gotta get to that music content too. Yo, this is Big Fan Breezy. This is JTV. You know what I'm saying? That's fans is the best fans. We out here. You know,
Yeah.
we gonna be talking about the Brooklyn Nets, the Hall of Fame. We got a new show alert. I'll get to that first. You know, the new show alert is basically what I did when you see me interview Jay and when I interviewed Trace, my guy, with the dude with the sneakers. Shout the player one. What up? We talking about the new show. I got a new show. We also the show Fan of the People. That's when I interview people that I'm a fan of. You see me and Jay do a 1-2 punch one time where you know what I'm saying, Coach Doyle, and I forgot to me interview Jay on a just one. That's just me
Oh,
and
hold up. Wait,
him
wait, wait. Did you see Doyle shit, bro?
on the panel. You see me interview. Well,
Did you see Doyle shit?
what he said?
Doyle and Taj Gibson played Bucket Fam Rome and one of the other
Yeah.
founders of Bucket Fam for 10 racks.
No, I seen him take a picture with Taj Gibson, but I didn't know it was because of that.
Yeah, I saw. I was just watching the clip from they played a game because Bucket Fam Rome is one of their old students that went to college. I forgot
Yeah,
what school he go to, but he bowling. Boy is nice or whatever. He was
yeah.
playing in the Zone 6 tournament last year too. But boy is nice. But it was Taj
Yeah, big
Gibson.
dogs in the city. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Taj Gibson and Doyle versus Bucket Fan Rome. And I think it was one of the other founders of Bucket Fan. But they were
Yeah.
playing for 10 racks.
Okay. Yeah,
And
now we could make that happen right now. You know what I'm saying?
I was
And
like,
that's
oh,
another thing too. Chat. You know, take advantage of the fact that it's the off season. Y'all want to talk about something? Y'all can throw it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But Jay is talking about is content feasible for me to pull up right now. I could actually go get it right now, which I am doing. So hold on. What's his? Let me see. I know I got his IG already, but I'm gonna go check
I
it.
think it's just Bucket Fan.
Bucket fan, right? All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, no, I'm glad we Bucket fan go. Oh, there go Bucket fan room right there. He the first one that pop up. All right, so hold on, where the video at?
But I just saw I was like, a game for 10
Oh,
racks.
yeah,
That's high stakes. That's high stakes right there.
yeah, hell yeah. Like I was playing for respect, you know what I'm saying, from these Knicks fans, you know what I mean? These niggas taking it to 10 racks. Like, yo, this is big dog shit right here. And I gotta tell you, I'm here for it. Don't think that me and Jay ain't gonna bring y'all exclusive content because we is. Oh shit.
Yeah, we here.
Hold on.
Yo, if they win, they get 10 bins. They're not gonna win.
Hold on.
If they win, they get 10 bands. They're not gonna win.
Yeah, we here.
I'm trying to move the comments. What are the comments like?
Confirmation. I gotta tell Pee about this shit. Confirmation. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Ah. Okay.
They get nothing. No champagne, no soy sauce, no nothing.
Yes, for three. Okay. You can't do that in the league, Todd. Oh, they
He just
playing at the
gave
Brooklyn
Doyle a
Nets.
bucket right there.
Hold on, they playing at the Brooklyn Nets. That's not the Bronx.
Nah, that's probably not his boss lady.
Down
That
versus
looked like a boys and
down
girls
dog.
club.
Yo, if they win, they get 10 bits. They're not gonna win. I don't hear nothing from wrong.
He on camera while he playing defense. He asked him that. He was playing defense. You seen that part?
Yeah,
But he said they gonna get 10 bands if they win. They ain't gonna get nothing.
right.
This is dope content,
Hold
man.
on.
Shout out to Coach you, man. Coach you. Word. Yeah, yo, I'm again. We could there's content y'all could go look at with me and Jay, Coach Doyle, where we did the interview. You know what I mean? It was dope too. They was talking about being coaches and what it is to be a coach, and you know what I'm saying. Um, I thought that was dope. Or let's see. Where's that? Um, I'm scrolling for it, looking for it. Uh, Yo, Notorious, what's good?
What's good, y'all?
Chilling,
You,
man.
what's good, bro?
Chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Yo, what you thought of that content that I sent you the other day about they were saying that Brunson might have been getting some of these secret payouts too.
Yeah, I
I
thought
thought
that
it
shit
was
was funny.
hilarious. I think that's a whole Pandora's box right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been,
man.
Hold
I
on,
just
hold on.
think
Let me get to
uh,
the chat, man. Before I can even introduce Notorious, I can leap on to be disgruntled, bro. Like, yo, you don't never. Yo, hold on. I'm gonna address this in a second.
what happened?
I gotta address the panel. I don't like the, you know, this right here. Like the where's my bro? Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely start the show with me. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? I'll be switching it up. You gotta know that, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what you got going on. You in the middle of Texas or some shit.
Right.
Your house is different. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to put me on when you want to go live. Shit. Not to mention you a whole content creator. I be looking for you too on YouTube for a time. Word. Yo, Notorious, man. What up, loving Aries? Mrs. Dominguez. Notorious, man.
what's
What
up?
you what you think about Taj Gibson, you know what I'm saying, coming back to the hood, playing with basketball with basically guys that's in the community, pretty much a big figurehead in basketball. You know what I mean? It's like that's home for him. These guys go back before he got to the NBA. Taj Gibson and Doyle from the same hood, and you see Taj Gibson still close with the hood. You know what I'm saying? Um, I know he was never a Nets player. He played for the Knicks and all that, but I look past that because he's from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? But what you think about that? How you feel about
I think it's dope. I mean, funny story, man. I kind of feel bad now because I was talking shit to Taj Gibson when he was on the Knicks and he ended up blocking me and shit on
it? Oh,
I think
word.
I think you told me that
yeah,
before.
yeah. But I
Yeah,
felt bad. I felt
crazy.
after I found out more about him, I kind of felt bad because he seemed like a pretty solid dude, and he from Fort Greene, I think, right?
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
he always wear the 67
yeah.
because
He
I think
from
he went to
yeah,
PS 67 over there or some shit like that.
yeah. He
That's what it
from
is. Yeah, that's why he was wearing the number 67.
yeah. I mean, I ain't got no problems with John. He from the borough. He from the towns, and he seemed like a solid dude, even though he did play for the Knicks. But I think him coming back and giving back and playing with his friends that he knew from back in the day. I think that's dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? That's that. You know what I mean?
He
So
been
shout
doing
out
a
to
lot
him.
of shit behind the scenes that people don't know. Like he built
Yeah,
a basketball court in Fort Greene. I mean, funded that
also.
shit himself, type shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
he got the bucket fan program where he's getting a lot of young hoopers off the streets and onto the courts, into colleges and shit.
Hell
That shit is
yeah,
fire.
hell yeah. Yo, me personally, I love to hear it. I love these stories. One of my better interviews. That's one of those shows that I would call fan of the people. That's a fan of the people show. I'm a fan of Coach Doyle and what he's doing with Taj Gibson and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And again, you hear Jay bring light to the other stuff that he got going on. He got a lot of motion in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? And I respect it, you know what I mean? I want to be part of it to an extent. I don't know how I could get in the mix, maybe I try to go watch some games, but fan games or something like that. But they big motion in Brooklyn. If you're not in Brooklyn, you probably don't know that. But the more I got into the basketball community, I realized who Bucket fam is and what they do. You know what I'm saying? Who they are, bro. They pop it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
People
bro. I'm
to
telling
what
you,
they got going on. You know what I mean?
Doyle was just a homie, so I ain't know. But one day I'm just walking through Times Square randomly, and I just see Doyle face on the big ass billboard in Times Square. I'm
Oh,
like,
what?
yo, I'm like,
Oh
yo,
yeah,
what
yeah,
the?
I remember that. I remember
It
that.
was it was a Nike ad back then, but they signed to Adidas now though, I think. But I'm just looking up. I'm like, yo, why the fuck is Doyle on a billboard? I saw that nigga the next day at work. Like, yo, bro, what you into? What? Nah, that shit was fire though.
Yeah, I wanted to address Jay. I ain't get to answer his question about that situation with the Knicks and them possibly getting caught for paying Brunson on the table. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like, if some of this shit transpired to be true, that little Mexican Spanish news reporter gonna end up missing, bro. Somebody gonna get him, bro. He said he exposing all this shit. Somebody go get that dude. I'm like, yo, this dude is spilling all the beans. If some of this stuff, I mean, they looking into the Clippers, so that got traction. But if he start, opening up some more can of worms, it's gonna get real crazy, man.
It was another one I heard about too. I think it was Luca. They were saying Luca, they paid in some secret charity or some shit that Luca never went to.
You know what? I always thought about that too. Like, it makes sense though, because I'm like, yo, there's an NBA cap, and we all know, cool. It's strictly enforced, and teams got to abide by it. But I'm pretty sure all these owners that got crazy money and crazy connections know how to funnel money other ways to people. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy though.
It's probably happening on all these teams.
Yeah, that shit probably been
Except
happening
the
for a
Nets,
long
man.
time. It
We the
probably been
only ones not giving nobody no money, man.
Exactly. It probably been happening for a minute though. And I can see it going on with Bama because Bama got stupid crazy money. They even said it in a report. It like NBA love owners like Bama because he gonna sit there and he gonna fit the bill for everything. He ain't gonna need help for nothing. Like, he got more money than probably every owner in the NBA, bro. He got that type of money. So it's just like him having an NBA franchise, that's like a toy to him. That's like his baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't in it to really make crazy profit like that. Like, he already got billions and billions of dollars. But yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah. Yo. Shout out to Jay, man. Shout out to Nectorious. Shout out to Leaf. Yo, listen, man. Shout out to the whole chat. Love and Aries, Mrs. The Realist, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, Player One. But yeah, man, that's that. You know what I mean? And pay attention to that. We're gonna follow more of that content really soon. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta just say, shout to Melo. You know what I mean? Shout to Melo. I don't know how y'all feel about Melo and him making the Hall of Fame, but I think he deserved it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shout
Excuse
out to
me.
Melo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out to Melo and Dwight Howard. I think both of them made it, right? They got
Dwight
their
Howard
jackets.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dwight Howard too. Yeah.
I ain't mad at it at all. I ain't got no gripe. Shout out to both of those fellas.
What I want to say to start it off is that I like how the NBA still acknowledges great players without them winning the NBA championship. You know what I'm saying? I think you still could find value in how great a player is, even if they don't get an NBA championship. Right? How y'all feel about that?
Right.
I think absolutely, man. Listen. Only one team can be NBA championship uh a year, bro. It's like a what 15 to 18 man roster, bro. Like it's so many good basketball players that have come and gone through the NBA that has given us dope memories. Everybody's not going to be able to be a champion. Period. Look at Karl Malone. Look at Charles Barkley. Look at Stockton. These are some of the greatest basketball players that ever played. You know, Tracy McGrady. I could keep going on. Everybody's not going to get the big one. And then there's going to be some people that's just going to be at the right place at the right time. That's life.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't look down on nobody who really ain't got no ring like
Facts.
that. For real.
Like some bench players got multiple rings. That don't mean they're the
Exactly.
man.
Like,
First.
right. Allen Iverson
Let's
he
hear
didn't
it
get a
for
ring, but
the
he was there.
Let's hear it for
I'll play this part real quick, and then me and the guys we can react to this. As you can see, you got Ewan up there. He ain't win an NBA championship. Dominique Wilkins, same. You know, that Shaq. He won one, of course. Who's that? I'm bugging. Who's that? Who's this dude?
Oh, like Ray Allen. No, it's not Ray Allen.
Nah,
I can't really
I
see.
thought it was Ray Allen, but he's not Ray Allen though. That's somebody else. I can't
Oh,
put him in.
okay.
All right, so let me just play the content.
Let's hear it for Dwight Howard. Let's hear it for Dwight Howard.
So basically, that's the content. I think bro, he dominated in Orlando, bro. He was a beast. It was just ridiculous. Like he could not be stopped, bro. Like that kind, and that it was nice to see that kind of domination after Shaq. You know what I mean? Because when you seen Shaq, I ain't saying Dwight Howard was Shaq, but Shaq being there, at the Hall of Fame, for one, I think it's classy. I think that was a good look on Dwight and Shaq, making up before the Hall of Fame and him being there to show support. But I don't want to be long-winded. We got Leaf on the panel. I mean, what you got on this, Leaf, man? What you think about, what I'm saying, Shaq being there for Dwight Howard and at the Hall of Fame getting that check?
I mean, I guess, yeah, they did, kiss and make up. Pause. I mean, after they little riff raff that's been going on for years, everybody in here knows Shaq is a petty nigga. But I mean, yeah, you are exactly right with Dwight. It was at a point in time where all you needed was Dwight and some shooters, bro. You was a contender. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like we not gonna forget what Dwight was doing in them late 2000s, bro. Like he was arguably a top five player in the league during that time. Outside of Kobe and LeBron, like who was third? It might have been him. Like when that 2000s decade was coming to an end and coming to a close, we got to remember, bro, when LeBron was supposed to meet Kobe in the finals, bro. Like Dwight, basically like cut, like knifed in between that. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of the ones.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
stepped
it
up.
was at a point. It was at a point where all you needed was the white and shooters, and
Oh
you
my
was
God.
good.
Did y'all
Well,
hear them Brooklyn Nets niggas in the studio with that song? We them ones. We them ones.
I
what?
did not.
They went to the studio, bro, and tried to make a Brooklyn Nets anthem and pissed me the fuck off.
Oh, without Cam Thomas? See,
Oh,
I knew
wait.
this shit would happen.
Oh,
Wait,
bro,
wait,
they
wait,
What?
wait, 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 wait. Before I drive off, bro, because I'm take a quick intermission and go to do a delivery. But I need to know what went down, Jay. What the fuck? What happened,
Yo,
bro?
you guys see the video, bro. They had a night out and then they ended the night at the studio and went to the studio and was trying to make a Brooklyn Nets anthem. And they was
Nah,
making
they need to just they need to just
it
get
didn't
our anthem, bro.
it sounded mad like generic. And then like we the ones, ain't that Michael Beasley shit? Like why y'all biting his shit? Like
Because they don't have no identity. They not putting on Cam Thomas. They not playing our song that we had for an intro for a whole season. They not doing anything tapping into the real culture of the fans. They fucking up. Let's
Real
call it what
rap
it
in
is.
real rap in another 300 days. We ain't gonna tell him now, but Breezy gonna have to change his verse in another 300
Bro,
days any fucking way.
listen,
So
put me and
I'ma hop
Jay's
out.
song. Hold on. That hook live forever. I'm already gonna have to change my verse. It's the hook. I'm just glad to be on a song. Let's be clear. But I have to change my verse for a whole season. Respect my handle. Now that being said, when it comes down to what they got going on, when you contrast the song that me and Jay got to what they was doing with that song, it is clear that me and Jay's song is the best Brooklyn Nets anthem as of now. And hold on, let me say this. It's only 4 people watching. Hold on, because I went on a rant and said I disagree with Sean Marks and the way things were being done from the front office because of Jared Allen, not just Cam Thomas. And I expressed my views and I said what I said and I meant what I said. Huh? Building a winning culture is what makes sense. Huh? Trying to beg for a gamble won't work. It's not gonna work like that. That's not how it goes down. Huh? Trying to copy and paste what other teams do, ignoring the character, the content of the character of the players that you already got. Huh? You sent them in there to make a whack song. Ignore me and Jay's song. You heard my bars. Was you listening? How could you not hear those bars and say, yo, this gotta be part of the Brooklyn Nets? How could you not hear that hook and not say, yo, this gotta be part of fabric, woven into the fans, the Brooklyn Nets fans' culture, woven. Stop playing with us, man. Y'all doing something right by ignoring what we have to get players from across the world. No. Everybody want it. Don't tickle my fancy. I'm done. I'll leave both sides, bro. Winning, coaching, but playing basketball, we was that before we got a team. We was happy playing basketball. And what I'm saying is we love the Nets, but all championship rosters have a core and they stick to their core. Sean Marks, we want you break up a core and get Kenny Atkinson out of here. Now you're about to break up another core. Don't tell me Cam Thomas can't fit with these rookies. These rookies doing something so special that Cam Thomas won't fit. Y'all mad at me for defending Cam Thomas? Y'all ain't got no love for Big Fan Breezy. I only got 2-3 bills. Hey, I want y'all to remember this. These lives gonna be the best because I ain't doing this for views. I told you I ain't here to entertain y'all like that. I'm keeping it real with y'all. If it's entertaining with me, keeping it real with y'all about basketball, I win. We win. But at the end of the day, nah, the Brooklyn Nets gotta do better by the players that they draft. That's a fact. Yo, Leak Bremer, yo, what's good with your boy in the locker room, bro? I mean, I know we ain't the best of friends and nothing like that. But, you know, I ain't see his content in like 3 weeks. That's crazy. But I don't know, man. I was just going on a rant. Word. But, shout out to Leak Bremer. Shout out to Claude Smith. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this part of the show, and this part is kind of like content and just being real with it. If Cam Thomas is not on this team, bro, he's gonna go to the team. Y'all talking this 6-man shit. If there's a team that's in rebuild mode, bro, he could take over that whole team, bro. He could be y'all act like he can't be the number 1 option somewhere. That shit crazy. Y'all not gonna get me to ignore what Cam Thomas is because everybody is not agreeing with me. and y'all all, you know what I mean? It could be 1v whatever, bro. 1v2, 20, whatever the fuck. All I'm saying is, bro, I'm gonna stand on my square. Us not putting energy into developing Cam Thomas into these next 4 years with a contract is a mistake. I know y'all want me to fall in love with these new players and this and that and yada 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 yada. Nah, I'm telling y'all, it's all good though. Word. Oh, all right. Shout out to League Bremer. All right, cool. Yeah, man. I I'm just ranting at this point, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't like what I see, man. I am not entertained. I am not. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is, man. Shout to Quest One, man. Chat. If y'all got some questions, you know what I'm saying, let me know. You know, this is just what I do, you know what I mean? Just because it's my show, it's kind of like it's my basketball. I'm gonna get my rants off, bro. You know, I'm gonna get my rants off. I know I'm a big fan, Breezy, and I'm supposed to be optimistic, bro. But nah, man, I don't like how things are going. And again, it's not necessarily just about Cam Thomas. It's about drafted players. These players, you know, invested in. There's no reason why Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, and it's the only reason is the contracts. You're gonna pay him these big contracts, so you're gonna give him more minutes. And just because he was a 27th pick, you're not obligated to give him X amount of minutes. That shit fucked up. I could just play with a person career like that, and he could hoop. Not one of the biggest crimes that the Brooklyn Nets have ever committed is not making Cam Thomas the number one option.
It's a travesty. Unheard of.
Yeah, it's crazy. Atrocity, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just wicked, man. You know, and you guys, y'all just want to sit back and be entertained. Cam Johnson even said it. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Yeah, you know, y'all just love and be entertained when they about to trade a nigga. We be stressing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to pack up and move our families, and y'all just think it's entertainment."
Yeah, they just think it's funny. They just want to get excited and shit.
That
They
means
think this shit ain't 2K, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, yeah, oh, happy for this and that and all of that. Like, yo, you know, I gotta call my real estate agent. I gotta call my agent to help me look for a home in another city. They be trying to swap cribs. I heard that's what CJ and MPJ did. Like,
Yo,
yo,
now I saw one thing where they said Dame was staying at Drew Holiday house, and one time, like you saw them talking, and they said people were thinking they was talking deep shit about the game or something like that, and this nigga was telling the Wi-Fi was acting up because he was like in his crib, like the crib mad big, but the Wi-Fi was only working in certain parts of the crib, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? He was pressing the nigga about the Wi-Fi.
shit. Yo, hold on. We're gonna get to Mello, see what he had to say.
Let me ask you this last question. You know, this is the Basketball Hall of Fame. Yeah. All the
This
accolades,
Jay
but
guy,
take
I
me,
got the same
Mello.
birthday,
Let
right?
me ask you this last question. You know, this is the Mello. Let me ask you this last question. You know, this is the Basketball Hall of Fame. Yeah. All the accolades, but take me back to schoolyard basketball to be able to be named the Hall of Fame and all that things. But when people say one of the best bucket getters ever, that's totally different than totally Hall of Fame. Tell me what that means.
Man, you talking about the work. You talking about the grind. You talking about those late nights outside under the broken rims on the courts. You talking about all of those cracked courts that we had to go try to play. You talking about trying to get rep in your hood. You talking about trying to be better than the next person. You know, you got to learn how to get a bucket. I had to, master the art of scoring. And I think people just hear about scoring and think you just put the ball in the bucket. A lot of people can put the ball in the bucket. But when you master that craft and you master that art, you have a better and a different appreciation of what it takes to score the basketball.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Fame.
My God, man.
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Melo, let me
It's
ask you
only
this last
right that I
question. You know,
do
this is
it.
the Basketball Hall of
It's only
Fame,
right that
all the
I do it.
accolades, but
I
take me
want to
back
harp on a few
to
things that
schoolyard
Melo did.
basketball
As
to
I
be able to be named a Hall of Fame and all that things. But
after the second
when
time.
people say one of the best bucket getters
Yeah. I
ever,
feel good.
that's totally different
That's
than
totally
Hall of
different.
Faming. Tell me what that means.
Man, you talking about the work. You talking about the grind. You talking about those late nights outside under the, the broken rims on the courts. You talking about all of those cracked courts that we had to go try to play. You talking about trying to get rep in your hood. You talking about trying to be better than the next person. You got to learn how to get a bucket. I had to, master the art of scoring. And I think people just hear about scoring and think you just put the ball in the bucket. A lot of people can put the ball in the bucket. But when you master that craft and you master that art, you have a better and a different appreciation of what it takes to score the basketball.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Fame.
My God, man.
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
See, and why that don't sound like something that Cam Thomas can get to the Hall of Fame for being that kind of scorer. Just what Melo say, Cam Thomas fits the description of being able to get into the Hall of Fame, bro. We talking about a potential Hall of Fame player because of getting buckets, pure buckets. But if Cam Thomas is that NBA player, we just get pure buckets. He never got a career similar to Melo, never won a championship, but when he played, he did his thing. The difference between Melo and Cam Thomas is huge. He got minutes soon as he got in the league. Part of, in my opinion, his career was better in Denver than it was with the Knicks. I know he be up in them, and I'm not going there. I'm just saying, as far as he was more competitive, I'm gonna say with the Denver Nuggets, not the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? But what you got on this, Joey? What you think about what he said? Do you think it's a stretch of what I said about Cam Thomas maybe getting in the Hall of Fame the kind of the same way Melo did, somewhat, or I don't know. Just what you thought? What's your thoughts on it?
Man, when I was sitting here listening to this, I knew somehow this is gonna get tied into Cam Thomas, man. Like, damn, Cam Thomas probably should have been there interviewing Melo, man, when he was talking that talk about that bucket getting or something somehow. But
right.
No, I think he can. I mean, shoot. I mean, yeah, we always talk about, I know on this show about the things Cam can't do, but everybody is on one accord when it comes to his scoring ability. I mean, shoot, if he could score like that and have a solid NBA career, he could definitely, I could see him getting in, but he's gonna have to be able to get a solid locked in role as a starter, and he's going to have to be able to produce on a consistent level. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I like Cam Thomas, but
Yeah,
I
but
feel like
just
he's still trying to find his footing in the NBA. You feel me? And all this debacle with the Brooklyn Nets proves it. You know what I mean? Once he finds a home that actually like believes in him, that's actually like going to give him the keys and all of that type of stuff, then we might see him get unlocked, So, but
yeah, but just giving Melo his flowers. What you think, Notorious? What you
no,
think
I
about
mean,
Melo?
shoot, it is what it is. I mean, Melo was tough. I mean, everybody knew that, man. It's just his Syracuse days. Like Melo was one of them ones. He was supposed to come in the league and be a face of the league, and you know what I mean, and and make the game exciting for years to come. Him, LeBron, and all those, and Wade, that those were the guys, in his age range that was supposed to come in the league and be it. And I mean, he had a great career. He had a good career. He never won a big one. Never did too much in the playoff. Never did, got to the finals or won the finals. But you know what I mean. He always put up solid numbers. So especially when it came to scoring the basketball. So my thing is,
Yeah,
Melo.
I think the
I
more
just want to land my plane with this, Breeze. Melo has always been given that avenue though. Because he was so great, and he was like he was looked at as being great from young. You know what I mean? So he's always been given free reign to really display his talent. We all know that hasn't been the case for KMT. So his road is going to be a little bit more rough because he wasn't a top 5 pick and touted to be one of the best players in the NBA in high school. He wasn't that wasn't how he was looked. So Cam T just got to fight a little bit more for his.
Is a total difference between a nigga that's 6'8", 220 and could do exact all the shit that the same shit that Cam Thomas could do. Pardon my language.
Yeah, man. Yo, you can say anything, man. I just don't want to scare the sponsors away. You know what I'm saying? If we could say with the less profanity as possible, that's I guess that's like the corporate side or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? You know, but I don't. But I looked at the age demographic of who be listening to the show. It was like it's some like 20, like 18 to 25, not a lot, but from like 25 to 30, yeah. From like 35 to 40, yeah. And then it was like 1.8% to like over 70. I was like, yo, that's cool right there. Shout out to my
That's
guy
facts.
Cool.
But
I know we be telling his homies about the show, know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah.
but but
Shout
shout
yeah,
out to
shout
Melo,
yeah,
and
shout
also let's not
shout
act
out to
like
him
Melo.
though.
I just want to say this real quick. Let's not act like Melo didn't hit his rough patches in the league. It was that one time when Muggs was lobbying for Melo to come back in the league because teams ain't want to pick him up. We
Right.
also got to understand Melo was looked at somebody who was very selfish at one time and didn't want to take a role player or bench player
Roll,
role.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And it kind of hurt his reputation. You know what I mean?
Hey
And
yo, P, they got me coming off the bench.
right, he had to fight to get back in the league. They had Dame and them like it's a tragedy that nobody want to pick Melo up. Why is Melo not playing? Remember that? And it took a
I
while.
remember it.
You saw Melo playing in the gyms in the hoodie and all that for
Yep,
years
he
before.
trusted. I remember the Houston stint, bro. He trusted snitch. He trusted snitch ass Chris Paul. They had that nigga in the on the Houston Rockets for what 10-day contract. He was out of there. He went right to ESPN, bro. Tell him, yo, I was fooled. I was lied to. Man, he told me, man, I was gonna be like, how you gonna believe that a nigga that just got there was gonna give you playing time and he ain't have no pull in that? What do you mean?
Yeah. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying it wasn't
Hold
all
on, hold on.
peaches. It wasn't all peaches and cream with Melo's, career. So, but again,
Nah.
that still don't take away from his greatness. You know what I mean? He deserves to be in the hall. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
It is the basketball Hall of Fame. I think
It,
Melo is in the
it,
basketball. I think Melo is in the Hall of Fame without the NBA
hold
anyway.
on,
Me personally,
hold on. I
What,
wanted
what
to
Hall of Fame would he be in?
in the
no,
same
no,
Hall of Fame that he in now.
no, Jay. I think it's with the whole basketball Hall of Fame. It's about basketball entirely, what you
Oh,
did
it's
with
different from
basketball.
the NBA.
No,
No,
it's
it's all
included.
together.
Yeah, it's including the NBA. You know what I'm saying? It's like Leaf said. It's all together. You feel what I'm saying? So he won in Syracuse. You feel what I'm saying? He got busy with Syracuse, bro. He had a name
Only
before he
got
got
like
to
4 gold medals or some shit.
the Olympics, the NBA.
Yeah,
I mean, he had to get to the Olympics through the NBA, but still, he did the Olympics. He got the Syracuse. You know what I'm saying? Like just being acknowledged as a great basketball player, including the NBA. But what's your take on it though? We ain't go to Jay yet. What you think about this, Jay? What you think about Melo getting inducted to the Hall of Fame and what he said about bucket getters and all that?
Shout to Melo, man. And yeah, he a bucket. And I keep saying that the most important part of basketball is being able to get a basket. It's the first thing, top priority, paramount. But word,
So, what about you know what I'm saying? Just the whole him being inducted because he is a bucket getter and not winning a championship. Like, how do you feel about players that don't have a championship getting into the Hall of Fame? How you feel about that?
uh, that's all good. Like just because you don't got a championship doesn't mean you wasn't one of the best players.
Facts.
that's a fact. Karl Malone, Barkley, it's a bunch of them niggas up in there, bro. So man, it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna say it. Shit, man. And shout out to Melo though, man. I mean, even though I think the NBA is pretty much they pretty much giving a big fu to his play style and everything he stood for. So I mean, that's the NBA. But as far as the basketball Hall of Fame goes, bro, like you a Hall of Famer, you a Hall of Famer.
Nah, all
That's
facts.
just the truth of the matter. So
Yeah, all facts, all facts. We got everything Brooklyn Nets John on the panel too, man. You see the content, man. I don't know, you know what I mean, what you want to start with. I was going off, man. You know, I be talking
Nah,
about
I saw it, Breeze. Listen, I got some good news for you. As far as I was on a Spaces page today with Nets Kingdom, saying some of the other guys talking about the Cam Thomas and stuff and all that. But basically, 85 to 90% of the Brooklyn base are ready for Sean Marks. The Packers bags get the hell out of Brooklyn. They have had enough. For 10 years, this guy has led us nowhere. He has not kept the roster together. He has not kept players together. And you've had stars, role players, and now up and comers like Cam saying, I don't want to play your game. I don't see your vision, and I just want to get the hell out of Brooklyn. It's so devastating that that's what it led to, that we still have players that don't want to be committed to whatever it is they're trying to build in Brooklyn, because the problem is we don't know what the hell they're trying to build in Brooklyn. So if Sean Marks can't get a top lottery prospect next year that's franchise worthy, he's got to pack his bags, get the hell out of Brooklyn, because enough is enough. The fact that this guy's had multiple people wanting him out of the position as GM tells you all you need to know about what his direction is for this team, which is leading us a damn circle while he fills up his pockets. And MPJ wants to create a track anthem. Yo, stop it. Breezy and Jay, you guys better get a Brooklyn anthem out right now to let him know whose street this is, that this is our street, not his.
It's a lot of lazy shit going on back home, man. Fuck y'all niggas doing, man. Come on, man.
yo, but
I
nah,
come,
but you
man.
know what it's not, you
I
know,
move out the middle
hold
America, man. The niggas is
on, you
out
know
here
what it
just
is?
slacking.
It's not us versus. I don't know what they was doing in the studio without Cam Thomas in the first place. You know, like
Yeah.
what y'all got going
I don't
on?
know.
Who could rap?
Should have had
I
Cam
don't
Thomas
know.
on the hook, man.
I
Saying
don't
ain't
know,
shit
man.
funny.
That nigga, listen, nigga, Cam Thomas is probably ready to pack his bag and go to
Should
motherfucking
have
LSU.
That
had should
Nigga,
song
have
I
should
don't
have
know.
been called "Ain't
Hey
Shit
Breeze,
Funny."
had
Hold on,
they
Jay.
should have
Where
had
the
the Cam
content at,
Thomas
Jay?
ain't
Jay, where the content, Jay?
Who sent it to me? I think Ice might have sent it to me.
I mean, Cam Thomas did turn down a $30 million deal, my nigga. Like, I don't know. He probably might have not have been in Brooklyn, nigga, when they recorded it. Shit.
Man,
we
No.
need the Cam
this
Thomas
is the
ain't
shit
shit
I
funny
be
ad
talking
libs.
about, bro. They ain't make a song called "Ain't Shit Funny." That's what the number one song should have been called. Ain't shit funny. That yo, where I
Facts.
you supposed to come out with this mixtape? I already got my verse. Send me the second beat, man. Jay make beats. Send me the beat. I'll make that shit right now.
Hold up,
Put the
bro. Before I jump in this box truck, bro, I'll need to know why, how.
I want to make Ain't Shit Funny, man. Before the season start, I want to make a song called Ain't Shit Funny, man. Cause y'all
Yo,
funny,
you
man.
have to. You have to,
I need to.
Breeze.
Nah, I'm feeling. Nah, I'm with that, bro. I'm 100% on board with that. But I need to know
Yo,
something,
I
bro.
need
Before I
that beat
jump in
to
this
be
box truck.
mean, Jay. Jay, I need that beat. Jay, I need the beat to be mean. I need that shit to be cold, cold.
I need to know something. Why before I jump in this box truck, bro? Why the hell is MPJ the ringleader of the Nets media right now?
He's just a drama starter, Leaf. That's all this is. This is about
What is going
attention
on
and
here?
building his
Like,
brand up.
what
That's
the
all it's
fuck?
about.
How is MPJ brand just going crazy? Like, yo, you make $38 million in a rectangular state, and then you get traded to Brooklyn, and all of something you the ringleader of the media like, out in Brooklyn now. What the fuck is going on?
Yo, Leaf, they should ask Sean Marks and Joe Desai if you guys watch his podcast. They should really dig in and ask him, because Sean Marks is all about the culture vibes, right? Well, let's ask him what he thinks about MPJ's content and see if that fits with the culture, because that's what this guy's been preaching the last few weeks since the draft is, oh, we drafted culture guys. Things are going great. Well, you couldn't get Cam in a rebuild to want to re-up on a deal with you. Like, this guy preaches culture, but do you guys feel the culture? Do we feel the vibes? Because I don't feel the vibes. I feel like this team is just breaking at the seams, like it's a mess. It is an absolute mess right now, and the Brooklyn fans deserve better for this, because we put up with it for 10 years. Like, we need new voices in that front office. Time is
I'm
enough.
saying
Enough with Sean Marks.
they ignoring the fans, man. Ignoring what's going on, man. Like these guys, what podcasts are you listening to? All of the podcasts are saying the same thing. I'm not hearing all of this backlash about Cam Thomas. All I'm saying is y'all wanted to favor the franchise. They not doing it to favor the franchise. They doing it to favor. He doing it to favor him. 10 teams could pay him next season. Why would he take 2 teams? And the 2 teams are the Nets and the Wizards. Bro, historically, they haven't done right by their drafted picks. No
Nope.
drafted picks have had a lot of success with the Nets franchise for the most part when it comes down to draft picks. Not to say we even had a lot of high draft picks, but I'm saying that to say notoriously through Sean Marks and what he's got going on, draft the player probably looking at it like, why would I try to invest all my chips with this team and look at the opportunities that they gave me while I've been here? Y'all want to make it seem like they maxed out Cam Thomas' potential and player development. They did not. If it was up to halting his potential or giving him the green light to do what he's supposed to do, they halted his potential. Let's just call it what it is. It's an ugly thing, and I don't like to bring it up, but it is what it is.
No, you're not wrong, Breeze. And it's crazy that Sean Marks is even in charge. The guy won 2 rings being what, a third stringer and an assistant getting Popovich's coffee, and he gets gifted a job. Like, anybody who would be in Sean's position right now should feel lucky as hell, because if you did that little and you got a position of power like that, wow, you must have done something to get yourself that position. Because really, he's just not showing you in 10 years he can build an actual functioning team. Like, when have we ever been proud of the team we've had in Brooklyn the last 10 years? I don't remember a time. I know when we had the big three, people were excited for a few minutes, and then it was like, oh, crap, this is all this dysfunction happening behind the curtains. It's like enough is enough with the dysfunction. Like, even in a rebuild scenario right now, things are still as toxic as they've ever been, and that's got to change. I think Sean Marks should follow Cam out the door if this is the way it's going to end, because you need a new voice in there. You cannot have the same guy keep saying, culture, 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 I want to take care of my guys, but you pick and choose. Sean Marks has pick and choose the guys that he felt fits the mold, and still had to deal their asses. Whereas the guys that could have been here, like a Bruce Brown, had to leave because they didn't want to pay him. Like if the writing's on the wall with Sean Marks' time as a GM, and if Joe Desai wants to keep giving him favor because he's doing a bad job, well, fine. Then nobody's going to watch the product. Something has to change very soon, and this is going to be a tough-ass year, but Sean Marks has to get out the door if this is how he wants to justify things, preaching fake culture, because this is an atrocity what happened with the Cam Thomas situation, regardless of how we feel about it, you know?
What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, my thing is, don't pay attention to the entertainment value of Cam Thomas. If you are a basketball fan, if you care about basketball, if you love basketball, then you're entertained by watching a good brand of basketball. You put players at their best how you say advantage, and then you let them play and develop the weakest part of their game. Don't take away the best part of what they do and then tell them to do something that they didn't do to get to the NBA, to get back to what you do. And on that note, it's nasty work. The Brooklyn Nets trying to copy and paste being a high volume 3-point shooting team, and that's how we win and lose games, is nasty work. I don't like it. I never liked it. If it's more 50 to 60 to 70% 3-point plays above the 3-point line, if it's 70% or even half, I don't even want it to be half. I want it to be 45-55 or 60-40. The NBA, the Brooklyn, what the NBA has to understand about the Brooklyn style of basketball is this whole 3-pointing shit is not what we do. That's y'all copy and pasting GPT answers for what they say how to win games in the NBA. If you pay attention to the culture, if you understand what it is to be inside of Brooklyn basketball, you know it's about a handle. It's about a great point guard. It is. But it's about being able to create offense inside the 3-point line. It's not all of this offense outside the 3-point line. That's a fact. I'm going to continue my soliloquy another time. I don't want to be long-winded. We got 4 people on the panel. You feel what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about it. They got to respect the fact that copying and pasting the way other teams want it is not always a good thing. Is it a good thing for the Brooklyn Nets? I think not. Take the ball to the paint. You want a 3-pointer, get a 3-point play because you win up the defender chest. I'm done.
You're not wrong, Breeze. And I know they signed AC Law from OKC. He's now the head of player development or something. I don't care how many scouts you get. You get all the best scouts around the world, but if Sean Marks is the guy calling the shots and he keeps drafting the same type of player 5 times in a draft, That's not good. That means you didn't listen to your scouts. I don't care how many scouts you get. You got to get those scouts that actually you can listen to, that will actually give you the right advice to getting the best balanced players. And we didn't get that at this draft. I hope these prospects do well for us in the next 2 to 3 years of development. But you could have gotten some guys that really could have helped you, that really could have fit the vision what you're trying to create. And you're right, Breeze. I said this a while back that the Nets don't have an individual identity that they could be proud of. They're trying to copy OKC, Boston, Warriors, all these other teams. But it's like, if you don't have the pieces, you could copy them to death. You're still going to be an atrocious team unless you get the freaking talent. And Sean Mark's problem is he can't hold on to any good talent. Seriously, he can't hold on to good talent, and then you're stuck with what you're stuck with. Unbalanced pieces, but you're saying, oh, let's copy this team and things are eventually going to work out. No, they're not. If you don't get the right talent, I don't care how much you try to copy a team. You need the actual pieces, and we do need an identity that is our own. The defense you keep talking about, Breeze, we should be eventually one of the top teams on defense in the NBA because that's Brooklyn grit. But you have an organization right now that doesn't actually care about an identity. We haven't had an identity since the Karis LeVert, Dinwiddie, D'Lo days, which was 5 years ago. Like, if this organization is ever going to want to get things on the right track, you need an identity that fits the organization. And it feels like we're trying to copy other teams without the freaking pieces. Tell me, how can you ever have a functioning team like that when you don't have the pieces?
Listen, it is what it is, bro. Like, I hope they hear us, man. That's all I can say, you know what I mean? I hope
do
they
too,
hear
bro.
us. Why not hear us? Why not be listening to Big Fan Breezy and John right now? Well, what else are the Brooklyn Nets doing? They doing something better than this? Are they doing something better than listening to fans that really care about winning in the Brooklyn Nets? What are you doing? What do they do in this spare time? They don't got guys just to watch us, just to get the pulse of the fans?
And I was just like,
Hold
people
on.
really think I'm really bad. The biggest misconception, I was dumb, I feel like a lot of people think I'm dumb or something. I didn't understand how strong the media was, and I didn't understand that people actually took it serious. That was when it messed me up. Out of this game, I did one bad play, but I had 15 and 6 blocks. But y'all didn't show none of that. People was like, oh, yeah, he's horrible. Why is he even in the league? Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, people really think I'm really bad. They don't really think I'm a good player. Like, kids coming up to me, shaking the fool. I'm just like, that's funny. And then the NBA started getting behind it too. They made a whole piece about it. And then what was like the really last straw for me is I think I might have blocked the shot, went coast to coast, and somebody like undercut me and I missed the layup. I was like, that was a blooper? I don't think that's blooper worthy. They had one episode where it was like top 5 of me. And I was like, bro, I can be that clown you want me to be, but you don't have to pay me clown money then. You're not about to pay me mediocre money and disrespect me and down and push my career down the hill. The biggest misconception, I was dumb, I feel like a lot of people think I'm dumb or something. I didn't understand how strong the media was, and I didn't understand that people actually.
Right, that part. Yeah, I want y'all to react to that, bro. He said, I didn't know how strong the media is, and that's what I think we happen with Cam Thomas. All of these narratives, you know what I mean? Like, you hear how players react to the media. This is a player account. That's what we've been doing as a reason. If you've been paying attention to the show, we've been listening to ex-players and what they have to say about the media and things and so on and so forth, and see if it resonates with Cam Thomas and what's happening. And they do. You know, the media plays a big part in the narrative that's happening, you know, and like he said, they're not actually watching the game. They criticizing him about something when he had like 15 points and 6 blocks, but they ain't mentioned that. They just showed the one play where I guess is a quote unquote blooper. See what I'm saying? But Jake, let me go to Notorious. Notorious, how do you feel about the media in are they making basketball better with the media? How necessary is the media? What do the NBA need the media to do?
I mean, we got different types of media, man. It's like you got media that's like non-biased and who's actually going to like tell it for what it is, and then you got clown media who just want to try to find something to joke on a guy about. And unfortunately, a lot of people want to be entertained and they like the clown stuff. So JaVale McGee's absolutely right. I mean, he went from everybody laughing on him from Shaq the Fool, and that's what he was known from, to, yo, we got to get JaVale McGee. If we win a championship, JaVale McGee's available. Remember when he got to the
I
before
do
he got to the
remember.
war
Hell yeah, I
before
wanted
he got
JaVale
to the
McGee.
Warriors, he was a hot commodity. Like, oh, yo,
What?
JaVale McGee, go get him. But that's what all
Mhm.
the basketball people were saying. But all the clowns were laughing at him during the Shaq and the Fool and thought he was a below average basketball player. But that's how easily people are influenced. You know what I mean? It's a lot of casuals, and he's absolutely right. People are followers. People, get used to a guy like Shaq making fun of another guy on TV every night, and then it's just like that's what you're known for. Everything else they not even trying to be bothered with paying close attention to. So
Nah, facts. What you got on this, Jay? How you feel about it?
Uh, it is what it is, bro. Like you get paid all of that money. Like it comes with what it comes with. The media going to talk. You got to learn to tune that shit out. You can't be. And I know people are still human at the end of the day, but all humans need to be able to tune that extra shit out. Like if people ain't the people in your close circle that mean something to you, what they say about you shouldn't mean nothing to you. What? That was it.
but Jay, that's true though. But how do you feel about that's true, right? Let's say a player does do that, but how do you feel about the media being disingenuous and dishonest and negatively going after a guy to attack their character? Mind you, we don't know. It may be some guys that just don't give a hell,
I
but
feel like that's
does
what they
that make it right
do.
though?
And I don't think it make it right, but that's what they do is business. Because they not their job isn't to make the players feel best as possible. Their job is to get the most people to watch their show. So they gonna say the wildest shit. That's trying to get people to look.
True. And that's why I say some media is clown media. Like they just they want the views or whatever. They want to say something like you said, something outrageous to get the people talking and looking and tuning in. And then there's some people it's just some media is just, black and white. It ain't really no gray area, ain't really no bias there. They just gonna, tell it for what it is. So
Right.
I mean, yeah, that is a fact, but we ain't gonna sit here and act like JaVale wasn't doing no crazy shit on the court.
nah, he was doing something, but he said he think it was a little exaggerated though. He like, why you only talking about the one or two bloopers I did, but you ain't talking about me grabbing, talk about the other good stuff I did though. He's just saying it was just one sided. It wasn't like the nigga was just going up the court doing bloopers all game, Leaf. You know what I mean? That's what he's saying.
You know, I mean, my nigga, you would have never
All
known
right.
that if you ain't watched 2 hours and 30 minutes of Washington Wizards basketball, my nigga. Like my nigga, them niggas was shit in the bed.
The nigga was shacked in.
Them
Nigga
niggas was
shacked
shit.
in.
Yeah, they was shit in the bed. He was throwing lobs to himself, lobs, my nigga, when they was down 20. I remember that, bro. I remember that vividly. I'm like, yo, my nigga, yo, this nigga JaVale is wild. JaVale is
Yes.
the JaVale is the same nigga that caused the rift. He was the same nigga that was basically the fire starter between Gilbert Arenas and Javars Crittenton. A lot of people like go look at that documentary. He
Wow.
he didn't want to
Why you
pay
gonna
Earl
put
Boy.
that on
He
this
didn't want to pay
man?
Earl Boykins that bread.
But hold on, that ain't got what that got to do with kill though.
I mean, that don't got nothing to do with Gil. It got everything to do with JaVale is another ass nigga, bro. Like let's admit it. Like the nigga was doing autopilot shit a lot of
Yeah,
times.
that was earlier on though. But when he got with the Warriors, you ain't really hear about him doing crazy, nothing stupid like
Yeah,
that.
that's because they had that nigga on a leash and they played him in spots where they had a lot of niggas during that time, and even when they had KD, they had a lot of niggas during that time and vets on that team, even on coming off the bench to make sure, we ain't doing the shit that we was doing in
Bro, I'm not
Washington.
saying here saying he not a little bit goofy, but let's not act like he didn't give some kind of he didn't bring something to the table when he was playing basketball on that team.
No, no, on championship teams he definitely did. For the Lakers, he was a perfect civilian. For the Warriors, he was a perfect civilian. But when he was young and out of control, my nigga, that nigga was doing young and out of control shit.
Yeah, I'll
He
give you that.
was
He getting
nine
that, man.
times out of 10, my nigga. Like we saw him doing out of control, out of this world shit. Like, yo, what the fuck did this nigga just do?
I mean, I feel what you're saying. I mean, he did some good things, but the negative is always going to outweigh the bad in today's society. I mean, you could
And,
do.
and even for him back then, my nigga, like if you go back and look at the montage of shit, bro, like this nigga used to do. Don't get me wrong, bro. As athletic as he was and very effective as he was, my nigga, like I think it was at one point he was leading the league in goaltenders and some shit, some shit like that, or motherfucking traveling calls or something like that. I don't know
Yo,
what the fuck that was.
can I say a
Bro,
fun
the
fact
whole
about
time
him
they was
though? I
trying to
heard.
clown him, he helped that team win that championship that year,
He
bro.
helped the Warriors win the championship. He helped the Lakers win the championship. I mean, that's not really hard to do, my nigga. When you playing with KD, Steph, LeBron, Dwight,
So what? But
motherfucker.
still, he was essential in doing what he was supposed to do. Like you don't
He
need him to
played his
come in here
role.
and
He
shoot
played
no
his
three
role.
pointers
He
and none
did.
of
He
this
definitely
extra
played his
shit.
role.
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
to
And
say a
I
fun
value
fact
that
about
as
him.
a fan. I value that.
A fun fact: did you know his mom? I think his mom is a gold medalist, and his
Mom's
dad
is
is
a so
also.
his whole he's
Yeah,
from a
yeah.
family of
His mom
hoopers.
used to play in the
Yeah,
WNBA. His mom used to play in the
he a
WNBA.
whole Nepo baby, bro.
Yeah. He one of
Bro,
the first. Yeah, he one of the first
I
Nepo
think his
babies in
mom's
the
was in the
NBA.
Olympics too.
Yeah, his
That's
mom
probably
won a gold
that's
medal.
probably why he was doing goofy shit, bro. Like, cause
Yeah.
he was like, yo, fuck it, I'm in the league because of my mom's nigga. Fuck out of here, doing what I want.
Nah, he was 7 foot. So he was like when I think of 7 footers, like he up there, bro. He wasn't no he better than a Bill. No, I won't say Bill Cartwright. I heard Bill Cartwright was nice. He's better than Dudley. You know what I'm saying? He's
What
better than
the nigga the other you talking about the nigga that Shaq dunked on?
bro. I don't know, bro. Shaq dunked on mad people, bro.
You talking about Chris
Yeah.
Dudley?
Talking about Chris Dudley.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying that
yeah.
JaVale McGee, bro, he fundamental wise, bro, he wasn't the best player, no, but he definitely
He
put up
wasn't
some
that bad, man. He wasn't that
right. Like
bad.
you
I don't
got
think he
he's
was that bad
listen, he
neither,
was
bro. It's just a
listen,
lot of he did a
I
lot
give
of
that
autopilot shit, bro. Like that's what
listen,
he. That's what.
I give it this for his height, maybe he could have been a better shot blocker, but he was a great shot contester. Great shot contester. Contest a lot of shots.
Yeah, but what did him in though was that Shaq and a fool. Once he got that label on him, it was over, bro. It was like people was looking
Yeah, it's
for
hard
the
to get
next thing he
around.
was going to do. So it was a wrap.
Yeah. But all in all, he a good player. And when I did want him on a team, I was right for wanting him on a team. It was nice.
Man, we wanted
Nice.
everybody on this team. It was that one time we wanted Dwight Howard on this team when he was in China. We like, go get Dwight Howard. What are you doing? We need a big man. Remember that?
Yeah.
We was grasping at straws, bro. We was just like, please, we need something.
That,
Like,
that that was KD and Kyrie's last year, Joe. You bring it up when we heard the rumors about Melo and Dwight as like bench pieces. I was like, hey, go for it. I mean, if this is the last hurrah, might as well get everybody that has some type of Hall of Fame to their career to come to the team. But yeah, it was just smoke, fortunately.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
did y'all hear about Josh Giddey turning down 88 million, 22,
That,
4 years,
that that's
22
that's
million a year?
crazy. He's a fool. That guy is a straight up
See,
fool.
now my thing
So,
is if they offer Cam Thomas that, I want him to take that. Take
so
that multi-year
I
hit.
wonder if where's he at? In Chicago now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Chicago fans is like, man, they doing Giddy wrong, man. Give him what he
Nah,
want.
I'm
He
giving
wasn't
him
drafted by
that, bro.
Chicago.
You
Now,
said
see,
what?
Right.
hold on. Y'all mad at? Listen, hold on. Y'all mad at Cam Thomas for not taking that offer, but the truth is, y'all should be mad at Josh Giddey for not taking that offer. For Josh
Okay, so let
Giddey
me
to
ask you
turn
this
down
question.
22,
What if the
look,
Nets would have offered Cam that and he wouldn't have took it? Would you have said
I
that?
don't
Like,
believe that would have happened because I think Cam Thomas wanted the Brooklyn Nets to buy into him for more than 2
no,
years. You
I'm
put
just saying.
you
I'm
hold
just
on.
saying. What if
They making him automatic trade bait by only giving him a 2-year contract. So
I
basically,
don't know.
he's
I
turning.
think it's a mixture of things. I think they don't really want to win next year, and they might think that
That's
Cam might hinder
true.
that a little bit. They want to tank. I also think You know what I mean? They want him to wait. I think they want to pay him, but they just is like,
But,
yo, it's not the right place. It's not the right time
but
right now.
all right, so
So
hold on. Let's keep it real. Because this is the tension in the room. Was Cam Thomas playing ball with the Brooklyn Nets? And I know y'all gonna say we gotta wait, but for Cam Thomas playing, I'll make the statement instead of posing it as a question. Cam Thomas playing ball with the Brooklyn Nets and missing all of those games last season for entertainment only. Getting Yegor is not getting not Yegor, but getting the 8th pick was not the intention.
no,
Of course not.
Intention for asking Cam Thomas to sit, because I don't think he was injured on that hamstring for that long. And I'm saying that to say allegedly for entertainment only. Now I'm saying that to say we got the 8th pick. That was not the plan. Cam Thomas did a lot to sacrifice for this team to be good. Sacrifice playing time, sacrifice kicking up dust in the media. He was very quiet and still quiet, and you've seen more basketball. Even with that spill he had with that guy in the media, he still was able to show y'all that he's still playing basketball. More content of him playing basketball. They talk about a high character guy. He goes through the stuff with the media, but you still see basketball content from it. That's the guy that you want on your team. Somebody that deals with the media, the New York media at that. And still makes it basketball is more important than the media. I don't know. Again, to Joey's point, I don't think Cam Thomas is turning down 4 years because he wants a multi-year deal. You give him a 2-year deal, he's automatic trade situation, scenarios, and all of that. 4-year deals, you investing in his career like you should have in the first 4 years. But what y'all got on this?
Josh Giddey should have took the bread, but if he feel like he worth more than that, he feel that way. But I think it's different for the Cam Thomas situation. Just with Cam Thomas drafted by the Nets, it's a whole different situation. Like Josh Giddey just got there.
You know what's so wild about the Giddey situation? Yes, he had a great run last year to the teams getting to a play-in, but you got crushed by Miami, who got swept by the Cavs, and he's thinking, oh, I should get way more for just making a play. And like the Bulls are even worse. Like I know our organization is really damn bad at this, but the Bulls organization is like right up there with us. For the last 6 to 7 years, they haven't had a direction ever since Derrick Rose, the injury with all that, like they've just been a directionless organization. So the fact that Giddey wants to get more money from them, I'm not surprised. But literally, he got the best offer out of any of the restricted free agents right now, around $80 million. You kidding me? Like he should take the deal. If he doesn't want anything else from that, dude, you're not that great of a point guard. You can't score like a great point guard. I know he had some good scoring stuff last year, but for the most part, is this guy a great 3-point shooter? No. Is he a great mid-range shooter? No. He knows how to put the ball in the hoop here and then, but is he a great player all around? No. But you get gifted $20 million for helping the team get to a play-in, and you think you're above that. Now, these restricted free agents, especially Giddey, got to realize if you're getting offered 20+ mil, take the damn deal. You're not getting nowhere else. Like these restricted free agents got to wake up.
I think
Don't
the
be
guys
that's Now you go ahead, Joey. Go ahead.
No, I was just
Then
gonna
we
say,
gonna go to
I
Ice. We gotta
think
go to
these
Ice.
guys
Go
are
ahead.
not getting good advice, man, and they're not understanding the landscape of the NBA and the current place the NBA is in right now as far as cap space and the different aprons and stuff. Because my God, you sitting here asking for money right now that would have been a no-brainer like a few years ago, but it's not the same landscape, man. So why y'all asking for this type of money when you know it's not really out there like that? You know what I mean? And I just think they're what's the guys that their agents and the people around them are just not giving them solid advice right now. They just don't want to believe like, hey, this is how the market is, bro. Like you're not getting that type of money. We know you want it, but you're not gonna get it.
All right. And wasn't he under investigation too? The fact he was under investigation and still getting $20 million. You know how lucky that is for a player when you get investigated
Right?
and it
Yeah,
destroys your career. Like he's an idiot, man.
I
I don't
agree.
even
I
call him
agree,
that, but he
John. I
is.
think I think Giddy should have took that money and ran with it. Like if you,
Seriously.
yeah, he's tripping.
He is.
He's just being straight out greedy right now. Like it's this, that's ridiculous. But then again,
4
like Jay
years.
said, I'm a fan, and I'm from the outside looking in. If he feels he's worth more, then it is what it is. Who is me to tell a young man like how to feel about the value of his skill set? So
No, but I think what the common thread is that we can't overlook is next year. Next year, it's not just going to be 10 teams available for Cam Thomas, but 10 teams open up for Josh Giddey too. They know teams can't pay them. They know Josh Giddey know that Chicago, yeah, you need me, bro. Like you need me. That's the difference. Josh Giddey is like, you need me. All right. Y'all don't got DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball. Y'all don't got all of these players that y'all invested in. I just got here and I'm getting busy. Y'all need me. 22 mil, send a contract back and say no. You know what I'm saying? And then again, because he got that kind of cachet with them, he's gonna take full advantage. Just the way you see Al Harrington say, "Yo, get the most you could get from these franchises," because that's what they're gonna do with you. Andre Iguodala, another one jumping out saying, "Yo, you know, they tell you do what's best for the team, but when it's time to pay you, they be singing humming a different tune." So, you know, who are we to say? I'm not here to judge it. We just recapping the content.
right.
For one, if somebody gonna pay me 22.48 for 4 years, I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm
Especially in this climate in the NBA and right now with the different aprons and stuff. Absolutely.
but remember, next year the 10 teams could pay them opposed to 2. So the competition for Chicago Bulls is the Washington Wizards, the Brooklyn Nets, for the Chicago Bulls. Like he's like, all right, I'm gonna wait the next year. I can wait the next year. I'm gonna wait the next year. But I'm
All
not
right.
gonna
So then
lie.
I ain't
that's
gonna.
be fair
I'm
then.
not gonna
He
lie. I
shouldn't
would love to see how many
he
teams is about to get in a
with that.
bidding
He
war for
shouldn't
Cam
stop us.
Thomas. I ain't gonna lie to
All
you.
right. So then they betting on themselves then. Good luck. Is
No.
a
I don't think the difference is that I think Cam Thomas wanted the Brooklyn Nets to invest in him. They didn't, and that shows through a multi-year contract that was never offered. Josh Giddey got the multi-year contract, but he doesn't want to play for the Chicago Bulls. Otherwise, you take the contract. He
He
don't want to
wants.
play, bro.
My nigga, these niggas, these unrestricted free agents, bro. Listen, with all due respect, these niggas is acting real uppity, bro. Like I'm like
exactly
they acting like they been doing motherfucking numbers and shit, bro.
for
Like
real.
let's keep it 500, bro. Like these niggas ain't been putting together no real trophy case and shit, bro. Like get the fuck out of here, nigga. You get what
Right.
you give.
Right. And he wants $30 million, and I think they're
Like
meeting him
sit your
around
ass
20.
the fuck
Wait, wait,
down, nigga.
wait.
I know who you think. I know who you think you might. Who you think you might be like, but this is who you are.
You know it's sick. He wants
No,
$30 million.
no.
They're like,
Hold on. All right, so hold on. So all of y'all that agree with Leaf just said, what do y'all say to my pushing back to that, saying next year these same free agents that we talking about, Kaminga included?
I
No,
want to say that. I want to say this.
Hold-
I want to
right.
like I
Hold on.
said.
He know about that next
I
year.
want to see which
Next
one of these
year.
niggas is gonna get 30
Next year.
mil.
Hold on, 10 teams opposed to 3. Listen, the Golden State Warriors, Kaminga, all of these, the common thread, and we got to go to Joey BK. I heard what he said. We got to go to Ice But the common thread is all of these same free agents know that next year, the market opened up from 3 to 4 teams to maybe 10 plus teams, 10, 11 teams, maybe
I
12. I
like
don't know.
it.
So they are being business savvy by waiting until next season to do what they gonna
No,
do.
they trying to stick niggas up and see if they could
That's what
just
they
get that
trying to
money.
do, bro. They
And
they
then they
trying
like,
they trying to
okay,
get a little.
hold on.
Hold
And
on,
then they like,
Get a little
okay,
extra for nothing.
hold on.
they trying to stick niggas up right real
No,
quick with this
hold on.
book.
Let's call it what it is. Do you hold on? Let me ask y'all something. Let me ask y'all something. I gotta ask this question. Do you think in those 4 years the rookie scale contract that the Warriors did right by Kaminga? Anybody can answer that.
Rookie scale as far as
I'm gonna
his
say no.
time. As far as his time there,
His
Breeze.
time minutes
That
was
nigga
a
was a
number
top
7
10
pick in the
pick.
minutes.
Well,
him getting the minutes and opportunities because he played well. I'm more attentive to his play development because he's a 7th pick. Did the Warriors do right by Kuminga?
fans,
Yeah.
fans, fans would say, Warrior fans would say no, right? Warrior fans would say no. I'm not a Warrior fan, so I wouldn't know.
Steph fans would say yes.
Um, no, I had them on TikTok. They say no. They say no, and they hope
Niggas
he
ain't
get
no
out.
damn Warriors fans. Them niggas are Steph fans. Ain't no Warriors. As soon as that nigga leave, man,
Yo,
them niggas is out. Fuck out of here. Niggas kill me with
yo.
these fan bases, bro. The fuck out of here. Where was them niggas at when they was in the shitter like we are now? The fuck out of here. Them niggas ain't no fan bases,
Yo,
man.
chill with the F word, man. This is family friendly show. I'm trying to get syndicated.
My
Right.
bad, man. Yeah, pardon my language, nah, man, listen, screw all them fake fan bases, man. Them
Where was
niggas
they?
is fan.
Where was they at when B Diddy was there?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Where was they at when Speedy Claxton was out there, man? Get up
Yo,
out of here. Get up out of here,
Monte
man.
Ellis. When Monte Ellis
And
was
when
running the
Monte
point.
Allen, when Steph had ankle problems, man, they was ready to trade him. The hell was y'all? Which hell was y'all in? We out
no,
here. We out here in the shitter with Yegor, nigga.
no, but I
I
say,
don't hear nothing.
I say he probably. I think he got like. I think he probably have more of an opportunity than Cam did over there, though. But he just don't fit what they trying to do, and I think that's all
Right.
there is to it.
So here's my
That's what
thing
it
though.
really is.
Why even draft them then?
They drafted him because they had a high pick, man. I mean, that's what a lot of franchises do, man. That got pieces moving forward. They figured, yo, we gonna draft him, we gonna hold him for ransom, bro, and we gonna up the price for somebody else to be stupid. That's
Right,
that. A lot
right,
of
okay.
franchises do that. A
So
lot of franchises
they
do
looking
that.
at him as more of an asset to possibly move later than
Yeah, they looking
somebody
at him
to
as an
invest in.
asset, but because everything is still built around Steph, and that's gonna be the
Right,
case when Steph
exactly.
leave, bro. Like so, the Jonathan Kuminga saga is if he can't be the perfect teammate around Steph, then that means he's the asset, and he's probably gonna go elsewhere. If he's not the runner up, the heir to Steph's throne, then he's gonna be a runner up somewhere elsewhere. Let's figure out how much we could get from him. That's what the key is. That's what
You're
the case is,
you're,
bro.
you're not going to get a lot if he takes the 9 million qualifying offer. That's for sure. You'd be lucky to get
No,
second
he's
round
not.
picks.
No, they're not. No, I know they're not. But the thing about the Warriors is they could turn a little into a lot. They've been able to do that in the Steph era. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna really doubt what they trying to do. All I'm gonna say is, bro, they're gonna rule the day if they let Jonathan Kuminga walk out the door for a fucking bag of Doritos.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they gave Jimmy the 60 mil. This is the problem. The window is super short with the Warriors. I give them 2 more years with the Curry Draymond thing, and that's it. Because
And I
yeah,
give
Jimmy
him two
making
more
$60 million.
months. Fuck that.
Like, how are you going to build a team with one of your top three guys making over 60 mil? Like,
I
that
think the
shows the
Warriors
bench out a
are
lot
I think the Warriors are on thin
all the time.
ice. I
They on
think
borrowed time.
Yeah,
they're on borrowed time, and I think I mean the Kaminga situation is nasty because you would like for somebody like young like that to be a part of your core going forward, to be the face probably after Steph and Draymond and all of these guys are gone. I say that to say this. If they're gonna move him, they better hope to pivot and move him and get something back of quality to keep this thing going. Cause it's looking like they on borrowed time, bro.
you want to know what their options are, Joey? It's Devin Carter from the Kings or Royce O'Neal from the Suns. Those were the offers they were given for Kuminga. So yeah,
Are
the
you
Warriors have to make a
serious?
decision
That's
soon.
nasty.
Those were the trade offers. For the Suns, it was Royce O'Neal, 4 second-round draft picks. From the Kings, it was Devin Carter
You
and a
know,
pick.
but you know what? I'm gonna say this. It's not that teams don't think Kaminga is worth more. They just know that the Golden State Warriors are in a tough bind. So they're not going to sit up here and give a lot when they know, like, listen, either you're gonna have to pay him or move him anyway. We're not about to give up the farm from him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they know they're in a tough situation. So they know Kaminga's worth more than that. They're just playing tough business, man.
Yeah, but restricted free agency is a mess. If there's a sign of things to come with a new CBA, oh my God, free agency might be this bad going forward every year unless multiple teams have huge cap space, which happens every so once in a while because most of the teams right now
So
are all over the aprons.
I wanted to
So
say this about what Breezy was saying about okay, yeah, it's going to be 10 teams next year that's going to be able to pay these guys, blah blah
10
blah blah.
teams.
That that's cool and all, the thing is, these guys try to get their money real quick. Like, cool, this is what we want. Teams wasn't biting, bro. Now they gonna pivot to I'm gonna bet on myself and boom, I'm just gonna come back next year to be more teams. Basically, it's a cat and mouse game, bro. They the ones betting on themselves right now because nobody was biting on that line for them to give them the money they want. Now they gonna pivot and try to prove themselves for the next year when it's 10 teams who got money. It is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? So I mean they gotta do the best for them, right? And they can't. And these organizations got to do the best for the teams going forward, bro. And it's just that's just the name of the game, man. So, yeah, that's just the pivot for real. That's just a pivot. Nobody was biting that line to throw them that bread. Now they want to. Oh yeah, it's gonna be 10 teams next year. Look, I'm gonna just take this little bit of money or this qualifying offer, and then I'm gonna get paid next year. It
Yeah,
is what it is.
the only
You ain't
problem.
got no choice because nobody was biting the line,
Yeah,
bro.
but with
Anybody.
Joey, the problem is some teams will have cap space next year. Some of them have cores already. Even the Wizards, they can have over 100. They can have over $100 million of cap space, but they have the makings of a young core. Lakers have Luka. Like there's some teams already have certain core pieces. So if you take money from them, it's not going to be crazy high unless they need like a third option or
But
something like that.
not only that, like you could take money from them, but you're gonna be in a screwed up situation. You're gonna be playing
Right.
on a team that's
Mhm.
rebuilding or whatever. So they
Exactly.
ain't going nowhere. You're pretty much you got paid, but the situation as far as the teams where the team's placement is not good. So
Definitely. And the Quinn Grimes situation, we have heard like nothing about that, but we don't even know if Paul George or Embiid are even going to be able to open up this upcoming season. So you would think they'd want to sign him to some type of deal because they need all the offense they can get when they have two aging vets making almost most of their cap space money up right now, which is
but
insane.
maybe some of these young guys don't care. They don't care if they go to a team like Washington as long as they get paid, right?
True.
They don't
True.
care about competing or winning or damn like I want to win. Man, nah, I want my money. It's time for me to get paid. I'm trying to cash in.
They definitely
Joey,
screwed up
hold
the
on,
cap.
hold on, Joey. Can you weigh into on that on players caring about the money more than winning?
Absolutely, because listen, man, like this thing could be going tomorrow. Every every professional athlete knows, bro. When they step on that court, when they step on that basketball field, they're one injury away from their career being over. So if they have a chance to get generational money, to cash in on generational money, they're going to do it, bro. They're going to take that money and run with it because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, bro. You know what I mean? That may change your whole trajectory. You feel me? So
Nah, I'm with you. Yeah,
they
hell
listen.
yeah.
They gonna take that money, man, because it might not be there next time. So
Nah, I agree with you, bro. I just think that at the end of the day, that players trying to become more business savvy because they know franchise is running like a business. Like, yeah, you doing what you love, but this is a business,
right,
and they
but
got
I say that to say this. Maybe some of them might not feel bad going to Washington. Like, okay, well, I go to the first priority for most of these players is they need that bag, bro. Because
Right.
a lot of them are still playing for that bag and ain't get it yet. Like Cam Thomas, he's never gotten a real big contract yet. So he's up for his first contract after his rookie deal, and he's trying to get paid. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Right. And you want to run into the situation that James Harden dealt with. Remember when he took the pay cut to help Daryl Morey because he thought he was going to get max money to return and Daryl Morey didn't have the money? Like, you do not
exactly,
want to be snake bitten or made a fool like that because that could just
exactly.
destroy a whole organization right there. So I agree with what Joey's saying.
That's
Got
true,
to take the money.
but these players. That's why these players are going. And I'm not knocking them. Look, I'm not one of these fans that's going to be like, oh, you this and you that. Why don't you just take this? Nah, if you feel like this is what you want, then go after the money that you want because at the end of the day, they're the ones out there putting they body on the line. They're the ones out there that got to provide for their family. So I'm never going to knock a man for saying, hey, this is what I think my worth is. But at the end of the day, it can work out for you, and then it can't work out for you. Look what happened with Dennis Schroeder in LA. He been getting clowned ever since he turned that $80 million down. He ain't never see another contract like that. You know what I'm saying?
I,
So
I'm telling you, the NBA screwed up this cap situation because you have Shea making 80 mil in 2 years, and eventually they're going to be certain stars on teams. One star making over 70 to 80 million dollars, and the other guy, your third, fourth, or fifth best guy, let's say a Cam or Kaminga's in that situation, they're going to have to make way less. But they're going to have to carry the load if that superstar making 80 mil is
but John,
injured
I heard they
throughout the
doing that because
season.
they trying to
That's
get
screwed
away
up.
from that. They're trying to get away from that big three era thing.
Yeah, but paying one guy $80 million is definitely going to rub especially restricted free agents the wrong way. We're definitely going to demand way more money, especially if they have to carry the load when a star, let's say, gets injured to start the season or middle of the season. That guy who's making way less has to carry the burden. Like, it's going to lead to a lot more nasty conversations with contracts. Like, this is just the beginning, I think, with this new CBA
Right,
that it's
but
going to be
hold
this
on.
bad.
Right. Listen, just being a student of the game, listen to y'all talk, it reminded me of Bruce Brown. He's
Right.
somebody that he played the game the way you're supposed to play it. He came in as a rookie with Detroit. He got his rookie scale contract, right? Oh man, hold on, let me get to the content. And then okay, here you go. And then he went to the Brooklyn Nets. He stayed with us 1 year. We wanted to keep him, but we didn't keep him. We had him on his last year on the contract for the qualifying offer. And another thing that y'all should know about Cam Thomas in his 4 years is that a lot of players don't have a no trade clause because they don't stay with the team for 4 years. Franchises intentionally trade them in that third going into fourth year so they won't have the no trade clause. The same reason why the Pistons traded the Bruce Brown to the Brooklyn Nets. So again, just me studying the game. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm showing y'all this to say that he played the game the way he was supposed to. Then he went to he got a contract from Denver because we didn't give him a contract, and it's not big money. You feel what I'm saying?
Let's reiterate that he won a chip and got a big
right. But what I'm saying is they got him for this money, and this wasn't his value, but he played the game the way you're supposed to play it. He didn't get to stay with the Brooklyn Nets when we was going to contend and compete. He went to another team that wanted to contend and compete, and I think sometimes they work that out together or based on the relationships that they have with the front office. Like, yo, I want to go to a team that's, you know what I'm saying, competing, yada yada, whoopty whoop. He did that and then won and got the contract with the Pacers, the big contract with the Pacers, and that's because he won the championship with the Denver Nuggets. So Bruce Brown is somebody that you see Kuminga, Cam Thomas, Joe, what's his name, Josh Giddey, all of these players, they going through all of these things. But when I think about who played it the right way, it's Bruce Brown.
Can I say this real quick, Breezy? Though the thing is, Bruce Brown, it just panned out right for him, bro. It panned out perfectly for him because he betted on himself. He got sent to the perfect situation.
Right, he bet on himself. Yeah.
Right. I'm just saying he got sent to a good situation and he balled out. Now, if Bruce Brown doesn't go to Denver and isn't an impactful piece on that championship team, he doesn't get paid. But he was. So I say that to say this. It panned out for Bruce Brown, but it doesn't always pan out for everybody else.
Right. We should have kept Bruce Brown, though. I mean, the evolution that he showed in 2 years in Brooklyn was special. I mean, guy couldn't shoot threes when he came here, shot him. He didn't really have an effective jump shot. He had this amazing bunny shot. He was so good defensively. He was even a small ball center for us at different points. This guy became the ultimate Swiss Army knife, and you kept Patty Mills over him. That will go down as one of the biggest indictments on Sean Marks' resume. You let the ultimate Swiss Army knife, and you still like Katie Curry. If you would have re-signed him, man, we would have had a shot that year. Because Bruce Brown was the glue bringing the pieces together because he fit so many roles on his team, and you let him go for nothing, and he won a title with the Nuggets because he did the same damn thing as a fourth or fifth guy.
But business is king though. He won a championship in Denver, and they didn't even pay him. They're like, okay, we used you for a championship,
right.
but we don't think we want to pay you. So go get your money elsewhere. He got it in Indiana.
No, but it wasn't that they didn't want him. It's that they had beef with the GM and the coach. I think it was
right.
Yeah, they wasn't seeing eye to eye or on young veterans or old players, and that's why they had to let them go because they want to start using the younger players and letting the veterans out. But since they was winning championships, like the GM wanted to use go with the vets. and not play the young guys. And that was the situation for Denver. So now it ended up working out for him anyways, like you're saying. But that was the situation over there.
Now he's back
Yeah,
with them.
absolutely,
Now he's
absolutely.
back with
But
Denver.
my
How
thing is, I
about
just
that?
don't understand. It wasn't like Bruce was a super old veteran. He was still fairly young. Like the dude helped you win a championship. He was an important piece of your championship run, and you don't pay the guy and
They
keep
couldn't
him
afford
around.
him. They couldn't to Joey. They couldn't afford him. They were over the second apron, so like they would have been screwed if they could repay him. But they did win a title. Like it's like a give and take. You know, you win the big moment, but you lose him long term. But he's back with them. Like it still worked out for Bruce Brown in a sense. But still, it's so unfortunate we couldn't keep him. Like he was literally that fire going to that series against Boston, saying we could take him on. And Katie's like, "Oh, you shouldn't be talking like that, bro. It's Boston. We're a New York sports team. You damn right you got to talk that trash talk." And Katie didn't like that, and that's why they want to bring Bruce back because he was too aggro. Like it's so annoying, man. We let
No,
Bruce
that
go
was
for
stupid to
nothing.
say. It was stupid to say. He said, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be easy to play him because they ain't got Time Lord." Like,
Hey, you got to have that confidence though. And
but it
Katie's like, you
wasn't
shouldn't
though.
have it.
It proved that that was some bad luck shit to say. You supposed to
Well,
respect your opponent no matter what. You said, "Oh, it's gonna be easy because
well,
something not there," and
Well,
then they
wasn't
bust
there a
y'all
report,
ass.
Katie? Wasn't there a report Katie gave up on that series? I know somebody put out a report that he gave up. His the way Kevin Durant played in that series, like he really didn't give a damn. Like he was like at that point, don't not want to be here anymore. Like so, can I really blame Bruce Brown or blame the guy that's a superstar we're paying big money to beat our rival? I blame Kevin
No,
Durant,
it's
man,
not
because he
about
didn't show
blaming
up.
nobody, but it was some dumb shit to say. I ain't gonna sit here and defend some dumb shit just because I'm mad at KD. You
I,
don't.
ca- I can see, I can see, I can see both points. I can see both points. I mean, you like, yo, yeah, I'm a black my man no matter what. Yeah, he confident we bringing that swagger, but then at the same time, you don't want to give another team extra motivation by saying shit. So I understand both
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah,
What
Bruce
you
backed
Brooklyn
it up
LM,
though.
Brooklyn LM on the panel too. What you got on this? I want to go to Brooklyn LM Ice. We ain't here for no much. What you got on this? Brooklyn LM. What's up with you, man? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. I don't know what's the topic.
Bruce Brown.
I was saying
Um,
with all of the free agents and the way things are going with Kuminga, Josh Giddey, Cam Thomas, Bruce Brown is somebody that played it right when it comes to the offseason. He's a great offseason player.
Pretty much. I mean, the dude was. I liked him when he was here. It's just things fell the way how they went. But another case of the front office making the best decisions in the whole wide world. So I mean, it is what it is. But I liked the dude when he was here. I just feel like in that era, I feel like we could have put a better supporting cast around the big three. Like I get
Absolutely.
it. So, like I don't think what we had was really enough. Like we had a bunch of like the vets was important, but I feel like we should have definitely had more firepower in terms of the supporting cast around the big three at the time. But Bruce
So
Brown was
Ellen, do you
definitely
do you
like
think we was top heavy with the big three? We was top heavy, wasn't we?
we definitely was top heavy, but our bench was kind of lacking a little. Joe Harris was at the time, our best shooter, but he was nowhere to be found. Patty Mills, even though he's a vet, he wasn't really nowhere to be found sometimes. Seth Curry sometimes when he goes. Like it was just a lot of players that was just,
True.
you know,
We
they
had
were
some
just
bright
out
we
of
had
there.
some bright spots though, bro. Jeff Green was a bright spot and Bruce Brown was bright spot too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
Uncle
showed up.
Jeff balled out for us. That's not said enough.
And both of them won in Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But hopefully this time around, one day when we do reach that spot again where we are competing, we have a better, well-rounded roster. We have a better supporting cast. I don't know who's going to be the numero uno on this team when that day comes, but hopefully we build a better roster around that person. And
Yeah,
don't
I
repeat the
agree.
mistakes of the past.
I, I,
Learn
I
from your
was saying
mistakes.
all that. I think they becoming LM to add to that. I think they becoming more business savvy. I just they look at it like, yo, I have to look out for my best interest. again, why would Kuminga trust the Warriors after what they did with his rookie scale contract? As a seventh pick, he don't feel like he got the most minutes and opportunities. He don't. I don't think he feels that way. So I think he's got to sign with them because of that too. You know, Josh
I think he
Giddey.
go back
I
to
think,
Golden State though.
yeah, but
I think he
Josh
go back.
Giddey. You think he go back to the Warriors for
I
1 year?
think so. I mean, I think he goes there, but I don't know if he get a Cam contract. I think he goes there, but he gets traded by the deadline. Like they sign him, and then they probably send him wherever he want to go. Like I don't. There's just no team really has space. I mean, I heard of Sacramento and Phoenix, but I ain't hear no noise on that since. Like I think he just goes back. I think Cam Thomas was the first domino. Like, all right, they see what Cam did. All right, bet now we gotta scale and see what deals is there for us to take. Like, I think Josh
I
Giddey might get a. He might say he's looking for I think 30 mil, but I don't know if Chicago gonna give him that money.
bro, I think
Right?
they all going to take the qualifying offers and they all going to play going to gamble for next year.
Yeah,
Facts. That's
I
all I'm
think that's.
saying,
I
Joe.
think that's. Okay. Yeah, I
Because
think
I
they
just
might.
don't
Yo,
see nobody giving either three of them this type of money they want. Well, Cam is out of the equation now, but I don't see Gideon or Kaminga getting the type of money they want, bro. I don't see it. I
Me
don't.
neither.
I see it. I definitely see it. Somebody
But
like
No,
somebody like
I'm just saying, not this year. Like their
no,
team.
not this year. Yeah, no, this year I don't see it either. I just think that the franchises did what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to have the advantage over the players because that's what it is. This free agency, they advisors, the players' advisors say, well, that's what we advise now our players to wait till next year. Let's see how the
Exactly.
market looks for. You gotta realize it's not like Cam Thomas or Kamingo or Giddy is out of a job. They still gonna play,
Exactly.
but I think that's what they're leaning on.
They're just not getting
Listen,
that big
if you
term.
got
They're not getting
three
that
options
long
or
term.
10 options, right? If you got 3 options or 10 options, you definitely gonna try to see what up. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. And that's true. And I think
But we also the team that has cap space too.
that put things more in the players' favor when there's more teams interested and got the money. So, I mean,
Do we think because depending on if one, I'm depending it not on his productivity or but his health. If he stays healthy for at least 79 games, but
ooh,
can't
that's a lot
can't
to ask LM.
but he balls it's a lot, but assuming he stays healthy past 67 games, like and he has a good year, we have cap space next year. Probably more than what we have this year. I don't know if their direction changes and they're like, look, you balled out this year. You played more than 67 games. We willing to offer you a bigger contract to stay.
I don't see it. I mean, I'll give it a 5% chance, but I think Cam basically said, I'm done. I said last year I was ready to get the money. I was going to prove it. He got injured, and then the organization still wants to play games with him. And you know what the crazy thing is? There was a report came out that Sean said that the Marks camp said, oh, we're not worried about this. Cam's eventually going to sign a contract. We'll throw him a number. And guess what? He said, no, I'm done playing the game. So I don't see that. It would be hard to see Cam be on this team past the deadline unless nobody really wants him at the deadline right now. But I
But
don't see him
you know what it
playing
is,
this whole season, though.
That's why I say Cam Thomas set the bar. Listen, if these rookies is not as good as Cam Thomas, bro, a lot of fans gonna be tight about that, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, yo, we did all of this so we could build a team that's supposed to be with players better than Cam Thomas, because that's what the song they were singing. And then if they don't show up this year and Cam Thomas is the bar that's set, if he's like showing initiative that he's ready to win now, bro, we're gonna
But
have to
what do we mean?
revisit
What do
the
we mean by
conversation.
better than? What do we mean by better than Cam? What's the averages? Because realistically, Cam's been on this team 4 years, bro. Like we've seen Cam through the highs and we've seen Cam through the lows. We haven't seen these rookies on this team for 4 years yet. Who
Right.
who knows who
Okay.
might be better
That's
than Cam
fair.
Thomas in
exactly.
4 years?
That's
Diego might be
fair.
Right,
better
what
than
I'm
Cam Thomas in 4 years. We don't know.
right, no,
Like
but what I'm saying is the complementary side of Cam Thomas putting Diego in situations where they have to put Diego in a one-on-one situation. You want a rookie that's developing his first year to not be doubled. How do you do that? You put him next to Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is going to get all of the doubles. You ain't got to worry about Yago getting double. Yago can get free for the elbow three, the corner three, and any other three because Cam Thomas got the ball. He can stay at the top of the key in case they double Cam Thomas when he cross half court. If they double Cam Thomas when they cross half court, and the first person to get the ball right is Yago, he could either attack under the 3-point line or inside the 3-point line, or he could take that three at the top of the 3-point line. Either way, you put Yago in a beneficial situation because of his height and him being a facilitator already. You're giving him a 4-verse-3 based on Cam Thomas and Yago beating that double.
No, I get that. It's just in terms of like it's their first year. Like I'm not expecting any of these rookies to be what Cam is at in their first year.
Right.
Like if you're talking about year 3, year 4,
But
possibly.
some of the
But
fan
it's
base is
like
already acting dooms from the draft picks we got, and they ain't even play a single game yet.
that's what I'm
So
saying. Like they ain't even play in the Barclays yet. They just got here. Like I understand if y'all talking about Cooper Flag, then I'm with y'all. Like if we got Cooper Flag, then I would be like, all right, bet,
All,
let's really see if he like that.
all
But
I know
come
is
on, bro. Like
All I know is Media Day is going to be a circus act. I don't even know if they're going to give Cam a mic. Like, do you guys think Cam Thomas will get a mic on Media Day from the NBA, from the Brooklyn NBA, or are they just going to not let him talk? Because the NBA media is going to ask him
I
questions.
mean, I'm pretty sure
It's
that
going to be
they're
a
going to be
circus act.
asking to talk to him, so he's definitely going to get talked to. You don't think the media wants to get in front of Cam Thomas and ask him questions about
Oh,
his
they definitely
contract?
do. They want to ask him and Mark's questions. But I'll
Yeah.
tell this: I hold Brooklyn media accountable. You should ask Sean Marks all the questions, like why did this go so far south with Cam? Did you ever value Cam? Like they should be asking legit questions. What mind-boggling me is throughout this whole summer, we had no real media asking Sean, "Hey, how's it going with Cam Thomas? Are they coming close to a deal?" We had hear from Jake Fisher like 4 times saying, "Oh, things are slow, 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 slow," and then Cam's like, "I'm out." Like I'll take the qualifying offer. Like Brooklyn media should ask Sean Marks all the real questions on media day, like why this went as bad as it
Yeah,
did. And should
but
ask Cam Thomas, like what is his thoughts on what he wants to do with however long he's on this team for this year.
okay,
Honestly,
but I hear what you're saying, right? And I get it. But my thing is, I mean, you sitting up here blaming Marks, right, and saying it's all his fault, right? But and then in the same breath, you like, yo, they offered Cam a $30 million contract and he turned it down. So, with that being said, like, I mean, how you getting mad at Marks at that? He offered the man more money
I've
and
held
Cam.
them both accountable, Joe. You've so where my stance is, I've held them both accountable. They both failed at this, but ultimately, who's in charge of making the pieces work and getting everybody to buy into the vision is the GM and the owner. And Sean Marks, for 3 times
Yeah,
so far, has not gotten players to buy
I
into his
understand that, but
vision.
he can't make a man sign a contract, John. That's all I'm
You can
saying.
offer him a good contract.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
There
but
you go.
no, but a good contract is like Joey's saying. Sometimes you overvalue yourself, and that's how you feel. But
you think it's a good contract.
yeah, no, I'm just saying at the same time, as far as the NBA and how the market is, you gotta feel how you feel, but you also gotta be a businessman at the same time. You can't just say I feel like I'm worth 30 and you end up
Exactly.
like Schroeder, like Joey saying, like you know what I'm saying, like bro, you could play yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can mess up your own money. You know what I mean?
And Jeff Teague said the same shit about Cam's situation. He
Listen,
said he thought it
Joe,
was a mistake. He didn't take the money.
you and I agree that Cam made a mistake here, but some guys like Jay and Breezy think he did it, and that's fair. I think we're all fair in our assessment of how this could go. Maybe good for Cam, or it could go bad for Cam. But ultimately, we're
Okay,
stuck
so
with it.
my
Well,
thing is, John,
ultimately, we're
both of them
stuck. We're
can't
stuck.
fuck up. Both either one side has to be the side that fucked up, and one side has to be
Right,
the side that
right,
didn't.
No,
right.
it
But here's
don't.
the
No, it
here's the
don't.
thing, though. Cam's situation will be over after this year. We're still stuck with a incompetent GM. So as much as Cam is at fault here, ultimately Sean Marks is very much at fault because we're stuck with him right now
why can't they
until he's
both
off this
share?
team.
Why can't they both share blame?
They
I
both
don't
do,
Because
in
think
my
it's
we ain't
either
opinion.
stuck
They
one.
with him,
both
bro.
do.
We're not stuck with Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is the best player on this team, or the second.
Because here's why they can't.
We talking about stuck with him, bro. He better than all of the players on the team. We stuck with Ben
Here's why
Simmons.
they
No,
can't be at
He
blame,
better
right?
than MTJ.
Not on 2K, he ain't.
Yo,
Nah, they violated
oh,
Cam. They violated
oh,
Cam on 2K though.
Yeah, Cam
hey,
a
bro.
borderline 79, 80, bro.
They
They
got him at the
violated.
80. They got him at the 80, but he's better than the 80.
What?
That's probably gonna go up as the season goes on.
Nah, but this
You
was a
know they're
failure
gonna
on both sides here. Both sides dropped the ball, but ultimately Cam is ready to go to move on, but we're still stuck with a bad GM. Like we need a new GM, and we just need a new front office. We really do. We're stuck repeating the same stupid
So
cycle
okay, so you
for
saying
10
right?
years.
Let me ask you this. So he offered Cam the contract for $30 million. Cam turned it down.
Mhm.
Are we paying Marks because Marks didn't come back and offer more money?
Nah, because he threw that at Cam Thomas. There were several potential offers, and each one was probably thrown at Cam's face, and there was probably no real negotiation. Marks was only willing to go $1 million more for Cam than the original first offer he gave him, and that's after 3 months. Like, did Marks even try? I don't think he did. I don't think he
Why?
gave a
But
damn.
I
But
heard
John, why would he have to try if there's no market out there though?
Right.
Why would he bet against
Because
himself?
because Cam is a part of the team and he drafted. Wait, but Joey, remember a few weeks ago, Sean said, "Oh, when we want our homegrown guys to feel like they're important and special. Like we drafted those guys." Didn't Sean Mark say that
Bro,
after
we
drafting
always
like
talk
five
about
guys?
this shit. I know
Wasn't
y'all
that
want
the
to
big
sit here and
battle?
talk about all this lily gaggy. Oh, this is our guy, and we drafted him, and this is a family. Listen, if the business ain't right, the business comes before basketball. If the business not right, this shit ain't gonna happen.
And why is Sean a hypocrite? Because he always
Period.
says culture and family vibes are more important than that. But we
Because
sold
that's
this.
what
Damn,
they
it
say.
but
wasn't.
That's what they
Yo,
do.
yeah.
was it the case that the 2 years that Cam got offered, from what I heard, they didn't want, well, according to his agents, they didn't want to take that because he would be in the same situation as he is in a few years from now, being that contract came with a team option or whatever option they
Yeah,
put on it.
the team option is he can get traded anywhere, but he wouldn't be in the same he wouldn't be in the same situation because once he gets traded, the other team will have to pay him whatever he did on our team. So he wouldn't
Exactly.
technically be in the same situation. But him
Well,
doing this,
would he be in the same situation if he was still here? Like, let's say we don't trade him and he's here with a team option. Would he still
yeah,
be in the same situation?
now, but he'd still be in a situation to prove if he played good or not, and you know what I'm saying, to increase his pay. See,
Right.
this situation, they have a chance to mess with his time, so that doesn't happen. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
he has a chance, and if he doesn't prove himself to the NBA, he might end up with the same contract on another team.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we did
that's
want
true.
him to prove it. You, me, LM, Joe, we did want him to prove it, but unfortunately, he does not care about the organization. We can't change Cam's mind. But I will say this: one of the worst deals they offered him was that 1 year, $9 million deal where it can increase to 2 mil, but you have to give up his no trade clause to get $2 extra million. I thought that was a stupid offer. Like John Marks, this kid, this kid for 4 years and he doesn't like you, and you want him to give up his only power to get a $2 million bonus on a 1 year deal. That is like. I can't. Sean Marks is a horrible negotiator. You cannot throw an offer like that at a kid that's willing to walk for nothing. Like literally, that's what it came down to. Sean is a horrible negotiator. Joey, that's my
No,
own
I think
percent
this
on
is.
that.
I think I agree with Breezy in Jay though. Like this is him saying "f you" to the organization and him taking his power. Like y'all ain't
Right.
just gonna send me anywhere. If y'all sending me anywhere,
I
I'm
didn't even say he
gonna
said
approve.
have to, but he gonna do his best.
Nah, I think it's a screw you to Sean
I
Mark.
don't
Like,
think. Yo, I
nah,
don't think.
that's done.
I don't
Oh,
think
it
his.
definitely is. It definitely is.
I think it's a
At
screw
the
you to
end of
Sean
the
Mark.
day, at the end of
Like,
the
He's
day,
professional though, bro. He's professional.
yeah, true. But at the end of the day, Cam's still gonna have to prove himself, and somebody is still have to be willing to pay him the money he wants. So good. I hope it
Very,
work out
very
exactly.
for him.
true. Very true, Joey. Like both sides here bring valid points to the argument. It could either fail for Cam or maybe it works out. We still have to see him get through a regular season to prove the point, though. That's the truth.
Exactly.
He's still, as long as he's still on the team, like that's pretty much what everybody wanted. It may not be the contract, but he's
Yeah,
still on
but
the
I
team.
mean, but the thing
Like,
is, he's on borrowed time, though. We all know that.
Right. And we
So
still have to
yeah.
find out if Jordy will utilize him because we thought Jordy had a lot of power last year. Does that still reign true? Will he start Cam to open up the season, or will he purposely bench him because Sean Marks wants him to? Like, we're going to find out where Jordy stands on this whole thing,
I mean,
truly.
who you putting at the two if you sitting here?
Probably Terrence Mann, which I know we all don't want. But, like, what other options would you do at that point?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I definitely don't want us playing no vets over the young guys, respectfully.
Right, but Jordy likes to win, though. That's the thing. Will Jordy put his pride before the development of the young guys. We wanted that last year. We didn't get that till the end of the year. Will he start out on a different note this year? We'll see, but it could go either way. I mean, Jordy's going to do what he wants to do ultimately.
If I see Highsmith getting minutes over Wolf, I might blow a fuse.
Wait,
Like at this point in time, bro, like I feel like we just got to throw him out there. Like I said, I think to Ice's point, some of them may go in the G League. But I'm talking about if they call up certain people, like just throw them out there, let them get their run in the NBA, let them get they, let them get their feet wet. Like I mean, I think it's about time that we stop babying these guys. And they got to go out there eventually and start facing, the big fish. So I mean, why not let them get used to the physicality of the NBA? Let them get used to, certain things that and schemes that coaches is going to throw at them. And this is learning pains. Like, don't
Right.
baby them. Just let them go out, let them learn on their own. And from what I've seen from Yegor, the dude has an ability. He has a self-awareness of what he needs to get better at. He has a self-awareness of knowing that he has to get stronger. He has to improve his handle. He has to improve his
Now
shot. Like,
that kind of honesty, early in his career in the summer league, it is impressive. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I
Definitely.
do think it shows
like even
character.
if he take a few, he's the one person I'm okay with waiting a few years for. Like, I don't need to see, oh, he averaging 20 per game his rookie year. Like, no. Like, if it slowly acclimates over the years as to where he is more stronger, can get to the finish more, like, I'm okay with that. Like, the dude, you can't teach the intangibles. Like, just the ability to get better, the ability to want to get better, and the passing IQ that he has, like, none of that you really can't teach. So I mean, it may be a reach. It probably was a reach, but if he turns out to be better than what he was projected to be, I ain't mad at it. Like,
Yeah, but everybody's saying we doomed though.
It depends on how the other four. For this to work, three
Not
out of
being
five have to
optimistic.
be part of the future. At least 3 out of 5 have to work out. Two, I'm okay with, but I'm not happy with. 3 out of 5
let's
have
let's
to
so
be
let's
good.
work out. Let's work out to y'all all star. They turn into superstars. Like, what is
Rotation
working?
bench pieces. That's my hope. Rotation bench pieces. That's where I'm at. I'm not going to go
I
too
think
high or too low
workout
on that.
is yeah, I think workout is a solid role player.
Yeah.
If they can at least be solid role players, I think that's a good thumbs up.
Cam Thomas is gonna make all these players look good. He's gonna make Drake Power look good because he ain't gotta be a shot creator. He's gonna make Yegor look good because he gotta have somebody to facilitate. So Trey Young look good in case you wanna try to double him or try to contest his shot. He could always, Cam Thomas could shadow him. He could play off ball. He could play off ball while Traore plays on ball. You can't double Wolf. Wolf will get ISOs inside the 3-point line. You feel what I'm saying? Ben Sarab, same thing. He a big guard. I'm pretty sure if he going downhill and he needs to drive and kick to somebody like Cam Thomas could get him an assist. Like Cam Thomas
I
could make all of these rookies look good this very
I
season.
thought Pod was bugging, but now that I'm looking at it, I really feel like this lineup wouldn't be bad. If obviously I wouldn't mind Yegor as the point guard of the future, like if he gets strong or whatever, but I really wouldn't mind Nolan Traore as our point guard as well. Like if he was to beat out Yegor for that point guard spot, and then you kind of put Yegor if he gets strong, well, when he gets stronger, because he's
At
in
the
the gym.
three,
Yeah, and I would put Nolan at the one, and then if at the end of the season our lineup is Nolan, Cam Thomas, Yegor, MPJ, and Claxton, I'm fine with that.
that's not a
Like
bad
moving
lineup,
forward,
low key. That's not a
Not
bad
horrible.
lineup.
Yeah, that's not horrible.
It's not horrible. I mean,
I'm and Nolan is the fastest player in the draft, like hands down the fastest player in the draft with the ball.
Yeah,
Like
he definitely
he
him
take
being
he
he just
Speedy
gotta learn.
Gonzalez,
He just gotta
like
learn how to control his body, man, and control his
right
speed and
and a jump shot. He
right,
needs an
be able to
effective jump
shift.
shot.
right, but. the kid had potential, man. He was projected to be top 5 before the season.
I like him,
So
man.
I mean,
Pause. I like him though.
yeah,
He could
he's
be a
nice.
six. He could be a starter, like you said, or be a very great six man. I think you start him out as a six man because it's gonna be tough cracking the rotation with the vets we have. But let him be a six man to start off, and then see if he progresses to a starter. That would be a great way for him to progress up the levels, as opposed to
Ease
just
his way
throwing
into
him
the
out
That's
there.
league.
because
I
I
agree.
Yeah.
think realistically it leads because I was thinking about Saraf, and realistically, if Saraf is our backup point, I
Hmm.
feel like that'll be fine with Nolan being our starting point. You got Diego at the 3, and then that leaves room for Saraf to be the backup point guard in case you want to adjust your lineups like that.
True.
But
Right.
I
That
mean,
actually could work. That could actually be a way for it to
yeah,
work out somehow.
Yeah, that could
yeah,
work. That could work.
that would be because I don't want to keep Saraf in the G League that long. Like, I mean, the kid looked like besides the 3-point shot, the kid do look like he got a little midi. He look like he can, and he got size. So I mean, that works well for us coming off the
Yeah,
bench.
he just
But
gotta. I think Sarov gotta work on the physicality portion and his ball handling under pressure.
His
yeah,
offensive skill set needs a lot of work. But
what
if
they
like
call him,
Breeze,
Ice, the Israeli D'Lo.
wait, what? Ice, you call him that?
You said what?
What they called him, the Israeli D'Angelo Russell or something.
Yeah,
What?
Whoa.
yeah. D-Lo,
Who they
D-Lo.
call Prince Rap that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah. D-Lo
that,
and
that's what they was comparing him to.
Emmanuel Ginobili. D-Lo and Emmanuel Ginobili. That's his two comps.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was his
know.
comp.
We gotta see him play.
All
We gotta
right,
see
so
him play.
he's left-handed. It's easy to say he left-handed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
nah,
but
but
it's
it's
not
more.
just the left-handed portion. It's just that all of those players are not athletically inclined. They're just very crafty, and
Yes.
they shoot
Bro,
the mid.
Mhm.
Ginobili was dunking on dudes,
Who?
Nah, but
man.
Sarab,
Jan- Jan-
Sarab, go ahead, Joey. My bad.
No,
who was dunking on dudes?
Yeah, Sarab dunked on people
Nah,
in the EuroLeague, bro.
For real. Every time I seen him play, he usually
nah.
stopped and
Saraf
shoot
got
a
a couple
midi.
bodies. He got a couple bodies
I
on
know
his
I
belt.
seen Ginobili get to the rim, but
That's true. I mean, I'm not gonna say
He,
he not athletic, but what I'm saying is his
he's not.
athleticism don't jump off the page,
Yeah,
man.
because he's not explosive. He's not
Yeah,
explosive.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he could
not.
dunk, but he's not explosive. He'll beat you to a spot though and dunk on you.
yeah.
And Jalen Wilson still never had a dunk.
Jay Will,
I mean,
Will,
it's different. It's different levels to athleticism, right? Like,
yeah, yeah.
you know, I mean, Ben Seraf might be a little bit more athletic than D'Lo. Like D'Lo is not going to take you off the dribble and go to the rim and dunk on you. That's not what he does. Like,
Wilson
or
ain't
Manu
either.
Ginobili.
Jay Will's got practice dunk abilities. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
I don't think I seen Jay Will do like a
I
rim
don't even
break.
think Jay Will could get a dunk off a breakaway. Like,
Nah,
That's
he
all.
can't.
Yeah, like
He has in practice, and he done it in practice.
for real?
Yeah, I seen him
Yeah,
do it in
because
practice. That's what I
they had a
said. That's why I
springboard
said
in
it.
practice.
He
They had a
did it in practice.
springboard in practice.
Yeah, I seen him
Yo,
do it in
it might be just
I
a.
gotta see the tape of Jalen Wilson dunking, bro. I
yeah.
gotta see that.
I
Yeah,
seen
Ice,
it
you
it.
gotta
might. It
post
might
it,
just be a
Ice.
mentality. Like I don't want to get
I ain't
injured.
seen either.
So. It might
I
be he
seen
just
that's the
don't want to
problem.
get injured, so he's trying to avoid like injury and
But
such. So
but what I'm
Nah,
saying is, I mean, yeah, there's little differences between the two, but for the most part, majority of their game rely on their craftiness because they're not crazy athletic like that. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna
Right.
beat you to their spots, they're gonna shoot their middies and stuff like that, you know. So that's why they get those comps. Everything is not exactly the same, but you can kind of see Ginobili and D'Lo a little bit in him. You know, what I mean, granted, he can't shoot like neither of them from 3-point, but
right.
Yeah.
maybe that'll come with time.
And Danny Wolf, it'll be interesting to see what level he could play at his first year, and if he's a 4 or 5, we still have to figure that out. And we just kind of talked about how the other 4 guys could potentially fit. We really don't know how Wolf can fit coming off the bench because you have Dayron at the 5, and you could have Zaire at the 4, somebody else. So he's definitely be interesting to see what minutes he gets to start off. Will he start in the G League, or is he actually going to get some time off the bench? That'll be interesting to figure out. Sure.
I mean, all these rookies gonna get their welcome to the league moments, man. It's gonna be rough. They got to go through it to get to it. That's what I say. So, this is a part of their initiation. Welcome to the league.
right.
So,
As long as they don't become a meme like Noah Senge, we should be fine. We should be fine. Remember when Noah saying got dunked on summer league? As long as that didn't
Yeah.
happen to
Well,
our
that
guys, I
happens
think we'll be
though,
like,
bro. That happens.
Well,
The best of the best
yeah,
get dunked on.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, just the way it went.
Everybody
The
get
optics
dunked on.
was crazy. Yeah,
Nah, everybody
the
do get
optics was
dunked on.
crazy. Yeah.
You gonna get laughed at, but it is what it is. It's a part of the game, man.
I respect it
Yeah,
more if you
yo,
actually trying to send it, if you actually trying to block it. Like,
Yeah, that's what they say. Shot blockers, you're expected to get dunked on because it's gonna happen.
like Wimby got dunked on by Ja, bro. Like everybody gonna get dunked on
Yo,
eventually.
remember when Claxton dunked on LeBron?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
was it a
yeah.
Yeah.
dunk or a
I
shot
think that
block?
was Christmas Day. I
nah,
think that was
he dunked
Christmas.
on Braun.
On
Nah, he
Christmas,
dunked
I
on
got that
Harden
shit on
sent
my
him
page.
Harden got set him up with that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Right.
saying?
That
Harden
nice
set him
long.
up. That was a Christmas game too, right?
Yeah, that's when James beat
Yeah,
both the Lakers and Clippers as the lone star. That was fun.
Exactly. I was impressed by that. I was very impressed. He
yeah.
was going on a
Patty
run with
Mills
the
went off
role
that game
players.
too. Patty Mills went off that
Right,
game too.
right.
James Harden was looking like an MVP, bro. Like real right.
Yeah. And then he's like, I'm out.
I just
Yo,
think it was his
hold on.
hamstring, though.
Hold on. Yeah, this around that time. Know what I'm saying? Shout to
Yeah.
Ice, Brooklyn LM. This is JTV, Notorious, Everything Brooklyn Nets, John, the whole chat. Nets fans is the best fans. I'm definitely trying to pull up like in an hour, but and get some stuff done, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's Saturday night, man. So I'm definitely trying to pull back up, man. Nets fans is the best fans. Peace out.